Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 43 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Creamcast.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Dark Side.
Yo.
And myself, the Ed Underground Bay Bay. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Very good, very good.
Man, I was doing better until you said the whole Bebe thing. I was like, man, day was going great. The sun was shining.
Your day just got better.
And then you had to say that stupid ass saying.
Your day just got better.
Who's the wrestler that says that?
His name is Adam Cole.
Adam Cole. Okay. I'm going to message him and tell him copyright infringement. He is selling his name, trademark, and so forth, and I hope he gets sued.
It is not unfamiliar with copyright infringement. If you guys remember his t-shirt store.
Oh yeah. He's a legend. Well, he's a legend to Disney.
Well, he does have his logo up right now.
I did make a lot of money before it got taken down.
Yeah, because you were profiteering off someone else's intellectual property.
Well, no,
that money will go away really quick if they decide to say, "Hey, copyright infringement. We want our fair share. We want all profits."
Funny thing, the poster I made for that, it was Superman and Christian Bale Batman all on one poster before the movie was even announced.
Oh,
and
man.
then when it was announced, it got taken down. So I'm like, crap. I made a lot of money off of those posters too.
Wait, they actually took it down?
They took it down, yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah,
this is before the movie was even announced, Batman versus Superman.
Ed's store was nothing but pure intellectual right violations. It was just rife with
They were concepts of existing characters.
Did you invent those heroes?
I did not.
Okay, then it's copyright infringement.
Come on, we're not snitching.
The majority of that
you know?
store that people use that store for is like properties that people don't own.
No, so if everybody's doing it, it's okay.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
They're thieves, just like you.
Why are you guys pocket checking Ed right now? You
Exactly.
know, however he makes his money, regardless of how legal it is, you know, we as friends are here to support him, and that's all that matters.
You say that now until somebody has a Blrd podcast with a slight difference with all of our trademarks, and they start selling shit.
I'm not the Ed Underground. I'm the Fed Fumble Brown. And I'm not Creamcast. I'm Dreamcast. Well,
I guarantee you someone's probably...
Dreamcast is a better name.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh,
That's true,
Creamcast.
is
No,
cool.
Creamcast is the better name.
Where does Creamcast come from?
Creamcast comes from me. I like to cast cream on pies.
That's what I always thought.
Yeah,
That's what I always thought.
I love like apple pie, peach pie and so forth. So I take, whipped cream and I put whipped cream on the pie. That's where I got the name Creamcast. People were like, man, you're really good at putting whipped cream on that pie. And I said, you know what? I just cast cream. They're like, that sounds kind of weird. What about cream?
He stuffs those pies. Yeah.
Talking about
my
pies,
goodness.
man. Green Tuner, your background is amazing.
Thank you. I just bought this brand new couch.
Wow, why is the couch black?
Desk and a camera.
Yeah. I see awesome furniture. You must have got that from Ashley's or something. I mean, it's
beautiful.
It
was a little dirty. Nothing a little bit of elbow grease couldn't fix.
Okay.
Nice. But otherwise, it took a while to take all those tears out of the cushions.
To get out of the cushions? Okay.
Tears?
I wonder did you get a nice discount for them? I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah, pretty good discount.
Yeah, the couch looks like it's been well worn, has been really pounded in. And,
it is pretty soft on certain sides. Yeah.
Certain sides? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, because I'm assuming there's just a lot of people sat on it, kneeled on it, and so forth. So that's a nice camera, too. I mean, that looks...
Thank you.
Thank you. Very high quality.
Ed, you want to be in a movie?
I'm good.
No? You sure?
For the fifth time, no, I'm good.
Okay, all right.
Oh, wait, Ed, you been in...
The offer's out there.
Well, hold on now. He's not in the movie yet. He's got to try out.
5 times.
Gotta test out the couch and make sure it's good quality. Like, just look at the creases. Just bend over and look at the creases.
You go to Hollywood at Underground.
I'm good.
I'll make you a star.
Yeah. It's kind of sad that, we as young men, well, relatively, that we know what that couch is. It's like almost like like the Pornhub intro noise, like that boom doom da doom.
Wait, can we say that word?
I mean, no one watches us here. In Spotify, nobody. In Spotify and Apple Music, that's where we get all our streams. So you can say stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just it's just sad that there's certain things like imagery that comes to mind. You automatically know what it is. I was talking to some family members recently. We were going back through like our young internet days during like the early 2000s and so forth, and certain websites are just well known. Like people know, certain things. Like you talk about Two Girls in One Cup.
Oh yeah,
everybody knows
classic.
what that is. Classics. Everybody knows about
the Lemon Party,
Meat Spin, stuff like that. Meat Spin. That was a classic one. I was like, man, I want to get up as many spins and revolutions as I can.
I got onto so many spins it reset back to 0.
It was like you literally went to like Y2K on the browser. It was like, I don't know
exactly
after you get to 1 million spins, what's after that? I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, it's just crazy how the internet has evolved from when we were younger guys and so forth. And like that beautiful couch that you had back there, I could pick that couch out of a lineup.
Anyone can.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, not the Ed Underground. He wasn't. He was kind of in the moment, so he doesn't know. He probably wasn't paying attention to those type of things. Director was giving him directions. He was just.
I wasn't involved in this film. Or films.
Films, sure. But Ed, why are you always drinking juice? I just noticed that.
COVID remedy.
So, story time with Underground, baby.
He was trying to keep the Rona away. We figured this out already.
I was playing KI last night, and I tend to leave the window open when I play video games.
Sure.
So I left it open by accident overnight, and I woke up sneezing a lot. So, just in case, I'm keeping myself healthier than normal. So I'm drinking more orange juice.
By pounding like 2 pounds of sugar.
Yeah, right. Like you
do know how much sugar is in that juice, right?
Yes, but how much sugar is there in here? Let me see.
Is that actually like real juice, or is that like?
It's simply orange.
Oh, we're not sponsored by them.
We're not sponsored.
Oh, jeez, just free publicity right now. Now they just made $1 million off of us. Holy!
It's still sugar, and because when you consume a lemon, you actually have to eat it with the fiber an orange. You have to eat it with the fiber and everything. You're literally just consuming the pure sugar water that comes out of an orange.
Well, at the moment, I don't have a blender to just throw oranges in there. So this is like a random.
You blend
wait,
orange juice.
Wait, what the?
Is that what you just said?
Hey, why didn't you just eat the orange?
Wait, what?
Wouldn't it be fun to give him like a bag of oranges and be like, make juice out of this?
You can make juice.
He does.
He throws it in the blender with the peels and everything.
Crazy shit to get.
No, I would unpeel it and put it in the blender and just like make juice out of it.
That's not how you make.
Cool.
That is not how you make orange juice.
Why did Darkseid just give up?
Make it.
Darkseid's like cool,
or whatever it's
very
called.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Anyways, I've done it before.
Okay, so let's say I grab apples and I throw them in a blender. It's not gonna make apple juice in the same way that throwing oranges in a blender doesn't make orange juice.
You know what I mean. It's not a blender. What is it called? I don't know what it's called.
Juicer,
yeah.
yeah.
Whatever it's called, whatever that juice device is called.
Makes juice. Makes good juice.
Juicing extractor, whatever that juicing extractor is called.
It makes fine juice.
Yeah.
I don't have it right now, so I just got whatever. Was in the store.
I mean, there's never a dull moment on the Blrd podcast.
Well, cooking with the Ed Underground's upcoming show.
That'd be awesome. I'll cosplay and everything.
I mean, sure. I believe that. I mean, we got the couch right there. Go ahead and cosplay.
Wow.
Episode 1 will be like cooking orange juice. 45-minute episode.
You have oranges. You have a blender.
About the views. It's about the views, and then I'll slap it or something.
Slap it, hey, you got to tenderize the orange.
Kitchen on fire somehow.
Now, do you believe in ginger ale being the all-time cure for all colds and sicknesses and so forth?
No,
we spoke about it before, but no.
Yes,
the old
The
old
Vicks.
timey.
Ginger ale is the remedy. It cures everything.
Yeah,
It's ginger ale or any citrus based
and Sprite.
soda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7-Up. Sorry.
Yeah,
7-Up.
7-Up.
No, it can't be
Squirt.
Sprite. Yeah, Sprite. No, the Sprite's not good. You have to get 7-Up.
7-Up.
Well,
yeah.
people sometimes will use Sprite to like settle their stomachs.
Yeah, which is so weird. Like, but at the same time, it's like, we were just talking about the sugar and so forth. It's like nothing cures a cold more than a pound of sugar. And so I was just wondering if the Ed Underground is like, hey, have you guys ever tried this mix though? Orange juice and like Sprite or ginger ale?
No.
Is it good?
Oh, it's pretty good.
No. Yeah. Maybe. Well, okay, maybe an ice cream, maybe, but
orange juice and ice
with
cream.
your ice cream.
Yeah.
Wait! What the?
Wait, which one? Orange juice or Sprite?
Both, but separate. So I'm thinking.
All right.
Yeah.
You tried orange juice with ice cream?
Yeah. It's not bad.
That sounds gross.
That sounds
not
really
bad.
gross. Like, I mean, I can understand like a orange-sicle like type of like.
Well, it's both sugar, so.
But
but orange juice.
How did you get to that point?
Yeah,
I think it was just there, so we all just tried it. We had like strawberry, we had Sprite, and we had orange juice. So I just say, let me try it.
That's like struggle dessert right there. That's like
struggle dessert.
Yeah, that's like cheese and
like
sugar.
Putting ice cubes on bread.
Yeah, that's like super struggle. Like putting water in cereal and be like, this tastes just as good. Like no, like I've had struggle meals in the past. I used to do cheese and sugar sandwiches. And I would put the cheese into the microwave with the sugar, put it on the microwave for like 30 seconds, let the cheese melt, and then boom, throw some bread on it, and then boom, you had yourself a little sugary meal.
I've done that without the sugar.
That was a kid though. That was
cheese and sugar.
Yes.
I've done that without the sugar. I've done that.
Well, that's sugar. It's like a sweet grilled cheese.
It's a sweet grilled cheese, pretty much. Yeah. As a kid, I used to do that.
What kind of cheese are you using?
Syrup on grilled cheese.
American slice.
Yeah,
because they also put it on pies for some reason. People will put like
cheese on pie, yeah,
cheese slices on apple pie, and I'm like,
never heard of that.
That's
yeah,
so
I've
weird.
seen that. I think it's weird, but you know what? Don't knock it. Don't knock it till you try it.
I think it's not any type of cheese. I think isn't like more like cream cheese,
cheddar.
I
thought it's cheddar.
I thought it was American.
I know. I think it's.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was a white cheese, so it might be white American. I don't know, but or cheddar cheese or something like that. But yeah, I mean,
definitely white American.
White American cheddar. Whatever. Shut up. But yeah, that's what I used to do. But nah, I never did any orange juice and ice cream. That is some struggle shit right there.
No, it was just there. I mean, I've done struggle stuff, but that was like struggle. It was just like, hey, let me try it. Like,
now, who was trying this with you? Was it like you, like your family, or the people like your mom just gave it to you? Like, look at this.
They were the family from the Willy Wonka at the beginning, where the grandparents are sharing a bed.
Yeah.
So they're making his struggle meals.
It's your struggle cheese sandwich.
Yeah, like who was doing this to you, Ed?
No one was doing it to me. It was just there. Like I was at the house and we've had, like I said, strawberry, Sprite, and ice cream. And I just randomly tried orange juice to see how it tastes.
Sounds like food roulette.
Yeah, it was literally like, it's food roulette. Like you just spun, like you just had all these categories. You just spun it and be like,
come on, cheese. Come on, bread. Ah, shit, sugar. I'll eat it.
That's some serial killer shit.
I would say try it. It's not
well,
bad.
the thing is, do you like as a kid? I can understand. Like you're a kid.
That's what I did as a kid. Yeah.
But you sound like you. I mean,
it sounds like you did it like maybe like a year ago.
Yeah. Like,
no, I did this as a kid.
When was the last time you had it? That ungodly concoction.
Like mid high school, maybe. I think that's the last time I actually poured anything liquid, soda stuff or whatever into ice cream. Actually,
you've never had a float since then?
No, not really. I'm actually not a big fan of ice cream. I'll eat it, but I'm not like, I gotta crave it, I gotta have it.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like floats anymore. As a kid, I used to love floats.
Yeah, I like floats every now and then.
It's such weird. It's such a weird combination for me now.
It is a weird combo.
Yeah, same with me. I think I've maybe had 2 floats in my life. I'm not against them. They're just like separately, they're so fine. I just don't see why we're combining them.
Yeah,
I'm just not a big fan.
I think the last float I had was maybe like 4 months ago, maybe.
Oh,
because I haven't had one in a while. So you're right, they're good, but then you're like, all right, I'm good for.
I'm just not a big fan of ice cream.
Like, yeah,
I like it. I'm just not a big fan because I know myself. I'll I tend to eat fast, so if I eat ice cream fast, I get a brain freeze.
You do. That's his.
You need one of those bowls that they get for dogs, where like slows you
the,
down.
the ball in it.
No.
Yeah.
So you don't eat too fast.
I mean,
No, I eat very elegantly.
You just say you scarf food down.
Yeah,
I eat fast.
And
Well,
I
Ed-
have seen you scarf thing. That it's insane.
Well, Ed has the metabolism like a hummingbird. Like if Ed doesn't eat every like 30 minutes, he will die.
I have the metabolism.
That's because he was raised in that harsh environment where he had to be fast. Yeah, he had to move fast.
I have the metabolism of a hedgehog.
Yeah, you do have the metabolism of a hedgehog. It's absolutely disgusting. Like how I think we talked about this before. How fat I've gotten over the years, and Ed eats literally the same amount of food that I.
Ed is the same weight. Yeah,
he's probably lost weight. I think he's probably skinnier than he was in high school, which is absolutely frightening.
I actually gained weight. I gained muscle mass, but then ever since the New Year's happened, I had stopped working out, and I lost the muscle that I gained.
Only muscle mass that you've gained, Ed, is in your Adam's apple. That's the only thing that's become stronger and more.
No,
you have not gained an ounce of muscle anywhere else.
I did. I did.
What are you trying to say, Ed?
I gained muscle mass, but when
you said it in such a way, like, yes, I did.
No, I did because I kept progress and I did. But when the New Year's happened, the workout area got crowded, and I'm not really big on working out with like 50 people all at once. Mm-hmm. So I waited, but I haven't gone back ever since.
It's understandable. I hate working out at the gym with people too, and I used to go to Planet Fitness, and every fucking day it was the same. Like I'm like, Planet Fitness is. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's a gym. It's a real gym. Let's just say.
I mean, in the loosest sense of the word,
it's the loosest sense. Yeah, but like I'm like, their weight section is usually very tiny. So like I'll go there, and then there will just be some guy, doing curls in the Smith machine. I'm like, you know what?
That's all they have.
Yeah,
they just have a bunch of Nautilus machines. No like free weights really, except for the dumbbells.
Well, they got free weights.
Yeah, they have free weights, but I mean, they're
but Planet Fitness, the ones I've been to, it's only the dumbbells. Those are the only free weights they have.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a little more than that.
Yeah, they have like Smith machines and so forth, but you're talking about like a traditional like squat machine,
like squat machine,
bar
bench
and rack, yeah. They normally don't have that stuff. But yeah, no, I understand that. I no fault here. I haven't gone back to the gym, in years.
I think none of us have gone back to the gym in years.
Yeah. So I can't. Yeah, hey, put that anorexic arm back down. Jeez, you're embarrassing yourself.
This is not anorexic.
It's like when SpongeBob was trying to flex, and it's just like a little bony.
Yeah. Well, hey, I can't shit on
probably have more than you guys though. Hey, baby.
No, I mean, but the thing is, the difference is that being a fat guy has its benefits, because when you're a fat guy, like we have momentum on our side. Like if we try to like push something, I mean, you just don't have the muscle mass. You don't have the mass.
You don't have it,
yeah. We can actually pull.
It's physics, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. But hey, what? Kudos to you.
Doubtful. What? Yeah, doubtful. Go ahead.
Talking about other things that are complete disasters right now. Let's talk about. Have you guys heard the news about Ezra Miller and DC and his recent issues that he's had? How about you?
No.
I've heard some, but go on.
So, unfortunately, Ezra Miller, as we know, he is not shy about being in the news for controversy. I think it was like last year, 2 years ago, he got online and told a whole bunch of KKK members to pretty much off themselves with their own guns. And so forth, and
then before that, he choked a fan out.
I was gonna say, don't forget the choking the fan out.
He choked a fan out. So Ezra Miller is definitely not the poster child for staying low, for sure. More of the poster child of constantly keeping controversy. Ezra Miller. If I mess up, I might say he, but he's a they them. So I'm gonna try to use the correct pronouns.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a they them.
Okay.
Ezra is a they them. Yeah, they them.
Okay, they?
They. Ezra is a they.
It's a they them.
They them.
Jeez.
Yeah. So he's they them, but so the recent controversy that Ezra has been in has been the fact that he went to a bar apparently, and he got mad at a couple for singing karaoke. Went over there and pretty much started to, I believe, fight the patrons. Being upset with them because they were doing karaoke in this bar. It was like a group of people. I mean, I guess doing karaoke. Got upset with them. Started to cause an issue. He got a restraining order put on himself because he went into a couple's. He broke into a couple's room and said something like, do you want me to like slut out your wife, you bitch, to this guy and his wife that were girlfriend that was asleep. He said something of the extent of he's going to slut her out, or he called her a slut, but literally he broke into somebody's room and did that. So
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, he got a temporary restraining order put against them. And yeah, Warner Brothers had to do an emergency meeting to pretty much, try to do PR and damage control. Because Ezra Miller, I mean, Flashpoint, we know, is coming out very soon, and he
not anymore.
Well, no, it's still coming out. They haven't stopped.
No, it's still coming out.
They're just probably pushing it back.
Yeah. They might push it back, but Ezra Miller, we know that they could sell box office tickets. I mean, Flashpoint is doing it's garnered a lot of how can I say it? A lot of hype, a lot of buzz behind it. And for Ezra Miller, I can't think of any movies that they've been in that I'm really excited for them to be in. But with Flashpoint, this could be their breakout movie and can, catapult their career. So with Ezra Miller doing this, I mean, they are putting their. I'm really trying, guys. I'm really
sexist bastard.
I'm trying so hard. They are really jeopardizing their career. What do you guys think about that? I mean, it sounds like it just sounds crazy to me. Like, you at the Snyder universe, you've been able to have a career where you can continue on being the character. Like we saw Ray Fisher. We know for a fact Ray Fisher is not going to get any more Cyborg movies ever. Maybe not any other roles for a very long time. We see Jason Momoa survived.
He wasn't wrong though.
I mean, he wasn't wrong, but you still can get blackballed, and that's
he's blackballed, but he wasn't wrong. The Snyder Cut proved him right.
Yeah, Snyder Cut proved him right, but at the expense of his career and possibly his career, true. Which is unfortunate. Yeah. But he didn't survive the Snyderverse. Jason Momoa did, but he's not the same Jason Momoa in the Snyderverse. But Jason Momoa survived the Snyderverse and survived the Snyder Cut. We see that Henry Cavill is, even though everybody wants him back as Superman, he's in production hell pretty much. That we don't know if we'll ever see Henry Cavill back as a Superman ever again. And then with
Batfleck, at least he's got The Witcher.
He has Witcher,
so it's not like he's not. The
Witcher's they started filming season 3 already now.
Season 3, yeah.
I mean, Henry Cavill's good. Henry Cavill has a lot of potential. He's a nerd like a lot of us, or all of us are. So as far as like roles he can play, he is very well suited to play those roles. Not just because he's a good actor, but he has a true passion for it. So he's good.
Yeah, he likes all that nerdy shit. I know he also paints. I know we referred to before
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Yeah.
He's like really big into painting Warhammers. Like he even knows the name of the constructs and everything.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
he built a PC too.
He built a PC.
Everyone builds a PC nowadays.
Oh, come on. How many actors or actresses do you know build PCs?
I'm sure I can pull up a list. Like I even know what's his name. Terry Crews builds PCs.
Yeah, Terry Crews.
It's Legos at this point. You're not
an actor or actress that's in the Marvel or DC universe. Actor.
All right. Yeah. So now you're like how he's focusing it down.
Yeah, he's
first he was like any actors. Oh no. Wait, I'm sorry. Marvel that's in DC.
Yeah.
Well, someone who's playing a superhero or whatever who is actually into the nerd culture or whatever. They're building PCs or into video games, stuff like that.
Pattinson, Batman guy. He really loves Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
He loves Final Fantasy.
He said his first love was what's her name?
Aerith.
Yeah, Aerith. Yeah. So that's an example for you.
There's probably just a handful of actors, actresses.
But you said there was none. I just gave you 2 examples.
Yeah, he's smoking you.
I thought I said how many can you? I don't know, somewhere, whatever.
Yeah,
It's not the mini. It's not the mini.
Anyways, we know
You don't see Tony
it's
Stark
very
playing Halo or whatever. That's all.
Tony Stark, you know, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, he's an old school actor. That's
I'm just saying.
well, like even Vin Diesel, isn't he like big into Dungeons and Dragons?
He is.
Yeah, like all these guys have different like weird things that they do.
Yeah, I mean, just because they play different personas on, you know, and
That doesn't mean that's who they are.
Yeah, it's not who they are. So, like, you know, we see Vin Diesel in Fast and the Furious. Is he really Dominic Toretto in real life? Yeah, I mean,
that's how I imagine him.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
in that constant state of tank top wearing.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly. Just wears tank top.
Nonstop.
Yeah, same tank top, no matter what.
And all he talks about is
he's in the
exactly.
everything.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he just drives around in you know, I don't know what car that is.
A Charger, I think.
Yeah, old Charger.
He has a Charger. Yeah.
Have you guys seen that video of like multiple guys who look like Don Toretto, and they're all saying family?
Yes, I remember. It's so stupid. Yeah, there's a lot of Toretto impersonators out there that you can hire.
Yeah.
So parties and stuff.
All these people, I mean, there's a lot of nerds out there, and I mean, I don't think it's as uncommon as we think it is. But when we're talking about maybe like old school actors, or not,
yeah, it's a little harder.
Yeah, it's a little harder. But for like, you know, you like surprise, you could like video games and be a normal, well-adjusted adult. You may not be able to understand that looking at this podcast, but or specifically the Ed Underground. But for the rest of us, we're well-suited.
My
adults.
wall. Have you seen my wall?
Yes, and you play
your sugar
Instinct.
walls.
Yeah, you play
My
Killer
what?
Instinct.
Your sugar wall.
I don't get it. Never mind. No.
I've seen your sugar walls.
No.
Anyways. Yeah. Ed plays Killer Instinct, so I mean, hey, we know that
I
you're
play Killer Instinct in other games as well.
that you're ill-adjusted.
Mostly Killer Instinct.
Mostly Killer Instinct. Yeah, we know you don't.
From
play
what
Halo
you've seen on stream. Oh, I play.
Yeah,
not well.
I play well.
Yeah,
well
you're
enough.
absolutely dog
no,
shit.
you play pretty bad.
I
You
play
suck.
pretty good.
You're
Pretty good.
But talking about Ezra Miller though, I mean,
Yeah.
it just blows my mind that you know you have the opportunity to be the showpiece, the headpiece of a box office success that, you know, and Warner Brothers already said that they want to do subsequent Flash movies. And it's just like, why not just keep your nose clean? Like you have a once in a lifetime opportunity, and yet you want to fight people doing karaoke. I feel like that's like one of the dumbest things you can do. Like,
Well,
That is pretty low.
he obviously has some kind of either substance issue or
They.
something like that. That's
They.
or they, whatever.
jeez.
Fine, I'm Dragonkin. Please refer to me as Dragon.
I will.
What was I gonna say?
All right, you heard him.
Trying these
Wow.
nuts in your mouth.
But I mean, would you guys be sad if they was replaced by another actor? Like
I
if
wouldn't
the
even
Flash was
notice.
played?
Honestly.
I wouldn't care.
notice.
I wouldn't care. So I mean, who knows? They also have so many like flashes from the comic books
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they can say, "Oh, this is whoever else," you know.
Or just release this movie, Flash. Assuming it's like this Flash can go as an alternate dimension of Flash, and it goes.
Well, the Flash
away-
is a he, so I guess we're technically right by calling him he. The
yeah,
Flash,
we're talking about the Flash.
not the actor. We're
No,
talking
we're not talking about the
Flash.
actor. We're talking about the
Oh
Flash.
my goodness.
The
I
Flash.
like how we have to
he
walk
is-
on eggshells.
I'm just trying to be woke.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. There are other flashes that we can do for
Yeah.
sure. They're just
Yeah,
Yeah,
which,
just put a-
which Flash
Wally
Flash
West?
is this?
Wally
This is Wally
West?
West?
Well,
no, this is Barry Allen.
No, Barry
This is
Allen.
Barry
Yeah.
Barry
Allen.
Allen. So we can
Oh,
do Wally
that one.
West. There you go.
Exactly.
You can do Wally
And
West,
then they
sure.
would be saving themselves a headache.
I mean, they're already trying to retcon the whole Snyderverse. So, I mean, would anybody?
guys watch that?
Good riddance.
Yeah, would anybody be really surprised at this point? Like,
Did you guys watch that video explaining the storyboard panels?
I saw another one.
I
saw
see
part
that
of
The
it,
one.
story
but
was gonna be
Amazing.
insane.
Yeah,
I
It's
saw
gonna be
like a
amazing.
good 15 minutes of it, but it was going too much into like if this
Into
actually
detail.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had to stop because this
No,
actually
I know,
happens.
but
I
it
didn't
was
wanna-
just to like showcase how big the story was gonna be.
I didn't want it to ruin. Like, I already saw another video where they showed the actual storyboard and everything
Yeah.
that Snyder had created before, you know, the tragedy where he had to step
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
He had the whole universe mapped out already, so it was just the idea of shooting it. That's the only thing they had to do at
Yeah.
that point.
Speaking about that, I found out, I think it was today or last night, that he actually filmed Green Lantern, a green screen.
who?
Yeah,
Green Lantern.
That was like months ago.
Green what?
Green Lantern.
Lantern?
Why do we do
Whatever.
this every episode?
Whatever.
You just be waiting for this poor
Tomato.
man.
I'm pausing it.
It's not tomato.
I'm like a cat just waiting.
It's tomato.
Anyways,
it's tomato orange for you.
Yeah, tomato. Anyways, he had filmed. He filmed. I think it was like a quick scene in his driveway using green screens and I think his iPhone.
Yeah, he's already shot the Green Lantern.
Which Green Lantern was it gonna be?
I don't know.
John Stewart.
John Stewart, yeah.
Oh,
no,
that's what I was
saying.
Why didn't they have John Stewart as part of the JLA?
I don't know guess
because I hadn't
because
seen
the studio doesn't believe it.
Cyborg. Yeah,
for
because
whatever
of
reason they changed.
The Ryan Reynolds movie was still fresh, and they didn't want to diminish they didn't want to associate people with that.
I think that's a cop out because
but he adds so much to like the visuals. If you're thinking about like a JLA movie,
it's true, but he's a complicated character. You can't just he technically Green Lantern is in the Snyder cut. He's in the first
the
fight sequence.
The fight, yeah.
So he put it in there.
The pink guy.
No, it's not Kilowog. Is what you're thinking.
No,
Kilowog.
not Kilowog. I thought it was the guy.
Abin Sur.
Abin Sur. Was that Abin Sur?
I don't know. I don't think it's confirmed.
It wasn't. I don't think it was. But the thing is that with the fact that they put, they didn't put him in there. They did Martian Manhunter instead for the scene with Alfred. That's where he was supposed to show up.
That was so lame.
Yeah,
I loved it. I just wanted to see more of I love Martian Manhunter, so I want to see more.
Alfred. I'm sorry, with Bruce Wayne. Instead of Bruce Wayne, it was supposed to be. Instead of Martian Manhunter, it was supposed to be John Stewart. I don't know why they changed it. I mean, it was cool seeing Martian Manhunter. To actually see him visualize, it was cool. But I mean, it was just kind of like, I mean, I'm not torn. I'm not torn either way.
Yeah.
I think Martian Manhunter was fine. I
wanted more of it. That's why.
Well, yeah. I mean, we only saw Martian Manhunter twice, right? It was
it was like what his true form was like. What 2 seconds?
2 seconds, yeah. Like we really didn't get to see him at all. But I think that's the whole problem with the Snyderverse. Now, really quick though, Cascade talks about the Flash leaks in the comments.
Oh, Cascade's in the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat. So what's up, Cascade?
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, 7 days. But no, Cascade wasn't even here.
Right, I was about to say.
But he's usually the one with the sweet hot takes. That's why I was like, I haven't heard the controversial takes.
Yeah, but really quick. So the person who originally leaked that the Snyderverse was coming to HBO leaked and said that HBO or Warner Brothers is actively pursuing the Snyderverse now. They've reconsidered and that they are in talks to actually produce the Snyderverse now. Like I said, this is the guy
Snyder or somebody else.
Possibly somebody else.
I thought it was
So the person, I think they said that initially they said, well, they didn't say, I don't think they said either way from what I remember. This was like a week or two ago. But the person, like I said, the person who leaked the original Snyder Cut actually being put out, he's leaked and said that they are pursuing Snyderverse, the actually full universe now. And I think Warner Bros. I think we've talked about in the past that Warner Bros. Is kind of at a point they have to do something because they are extremely lagging behind Marvel. And the most cohesive universe that they had laid out was the Snyderverse. And
the Snyderverse?
Yeah, while it may not be the Marvel campy, phase 1, 2, and 3, this is the best they can do.
I don't want the.
But campy. I prefer what DC is doing, where they're letting the directors have their own vision for whatever material it is. Mm-hmm. Because unfortunately, with Marvel, everything has to have like a cookie cutter formula.
Sure.
Where they don't let you go too far off what they want. Like with DC, you can see that they tell them, okay, these are the boundaries, but you can make Batman however you want to make Batman.
Right.
Or you can make Joker however you want to make Joker, or make Superman however you want to make Superman. Well, so I do enjoy that they're at least giving them that sort of freedom to the directors to have their own vision.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the keeping certain universes separate is cool for sure. But I do want to see a cohesive universe be brought together. And it seems right now, I mean, it just seems like we're getting the dredges of the Snyderverse as far as what Flashpoint is concerned and whatnot. So if they actually do bring the Snyderverse back, that'll be awesome. If they get rid of, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, just quickly. I know Snyder said that he knows that the storyboards have been leaked out. So he said he's already working on a new script So even if they were to approach him for ideas, I think it's going to be different from what everybody knows.
Well, he wanted the
that's been
storyboard to
leaked.
leak out.
Of course,
Yeah.
he wants the storyboard to leak out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like saying, "Hey guys, I have a $1 billion idea, but I'm just not gonna say nothing." Of course, you're gonna put it out there to get traction. That's gonna put more pressure on the studios. I mean,
Well, I'm glad they released the Snyder cut, because that really honestly changed my whole outlook on the movie itself
Me too.
and what Snyder was actually thinking of.
Yeah, but with Ezra, going back to Ezra Miller, now that Flashpoint, they're gonna go ahead and put Flashpoint. The Warner Brothers executives got together, but now they said they're going to push back the rest of the Flash movies, which I assume that, I mean, Flashpoint is getting decent eyes looking at it. People are excited for it, so it makes sense that they'll make other Flash movies, but now they might push it back. So.
But if he is replaced, I actually wouldn't bat an eye. I mean, I think he's.
I don't think anyone would care at this point.
Yeah, he's the only actor out of the cast from the Justice League that it's whatever. Like if they replaced Momoa, I think that would affect it, or even Calvo.
Oh, for sure that would affect it.
Yeah,
but Ezra Miller, whatever.
Yeah,
I think you can't replace Gal Gadot at this point as Wonder Woman.
No, you cannot.
She's solidly in there. Ray Fisher, unfortunately, as Cyborg, I think he's pretty much. I liked him as Cyborg.
I really liked him as Cyborg. Yeah.
I did too.
So
I think he did a great job, but I just don't. Unless Snyder comes back and Snyder asks for him specifically, he probably will not. Get another shot.
And I feel for him because again, his points were proven right. I mean, maybe he was a little overboard by calling him a racist. But aside from that, he had some actual valid grudges as to what they did to his character.
Well, this is the same. I mean, you look at it. This is the same sphere of people who allow Harvey Weinstein to do whatever he wanted to do for many decades, and even though people complain, they didn't do nothing about it. So I mean, nobody wants to get looked at in a bad light.
Everybody wants to work.
Yeah, and Ray Fisher calling out work practices at Warner Brother, or at least on the set. I mean, they're not gonna. They want people just to shut up and just do their job.
Yeah.
And they don't want any bad publicity. So Ray Fisher, if you're doing something wrong, he's gonna call it out. That's kind of like Warner Brothers, hey, you might be technically right, but we want people that are just gonna shut up and do the work and don't put any bad light on us. So it's a messed up situation, but it is what it is. Really quick, Cascade says this is what we're talking about why Jon Stewart wasn't in the Justice League or Snyder Cut. He said they had too many black men. Wait, how many black people were in the Snyder Cut? I can't.
Let me see. There's one. And
Martian Manhunter.
There's one. And there's
Cyborg.
I think there's two.
That's the limit.
That's
the limit. Hollywood limit.
They're like,
nope.
Wow.
It's about to turn into a Tyler Perry movie. Nope. Got it.
Quick, put a men in drag.
Gotta make him laugh. Cascade said Ed's only friend that watches this pod, so that's why Cascade is such a huge part of the Blrd podcast, because he is outside of us, he's Ed's only friend actually.
Wow.
And we are glad that's the case, because it's hard for our boy to make many friends.
Yeah, really hard.
False.
Yeah. So
but
sad.
that what?
Yeah, he comes to us crying all the time. Like, hey, I try to talk to these guys, and they just turn away and say, "Get away from me, nerd." And I'm like, "Hey, Ed,
try to talk to this girl. She never returned a text message."
Whoa,
you know?
Whoa. Do not call out Ed and his attempts to
hold on. So
that's happened to all of us. Then
I've
gotten so many fake numbers in my lifetime.
No. This was not fake. No, I'm not going to say a lot because this person might one day actually listen to the podcast. But yeah, talking. So see where it goes.
Why are you blushing?
No, because she's cute. So
wait, what's your point?
What's my point?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It seemed like you were gonna make a point, and then you just got.
Oh no! You're saying that he didn't. No, you're
right. Am I wrong? It sounded like he was gonna say something.
No, it sounded like there was something more there.
Actually, did text back. So That's my point. And you said you didn't, but I said that
touche.
she did.
No, I'm not gonna lie. The recent girl, it was an emotional roller coaster. So
Yeah.
it was fun. It
Oh,
was
I know.
fun.
But
Fun to be part of that.
But yeah, nice. So we'll see where it goes.
Why
All right,
blushing?
stay tuned.
Yeah.
What an
No,
idiot.
because I don't know if she'll actually listen to this one day. Because yeah,
Like Ed, there's veins literally popping out of your forehead. Like
that's
Yeah.
always
on the
That's
next
always.
episode of Ed's dating life, we'll find out about.
He's gonna have
this
just
girl.
like a gigantic throbbing vein on his forehead.
It's definitely throbbing for sure. Like, oh, Ed, you're
But story time with Underground Baby. But yeah, it's
please don't. It was actually, hey, bro, you just been pranked. It was Cascade this entire time with the wig.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
That would be.
That would be
No.
the most beautiful thing in the world. If that
fool
was
me
Cascade.
once, shame on me.
He already
Fool
fooled
me
you once.
Wait,
twice.
fooled me once.
He already fooled you once.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not kidding.
I'm kidding. But yes, indeed.
Ed,
Take a look at him.
Yeah,
Huh?
Ed didn't know anything was wrong until after the home run. He passed third base and was like, nope, the
No,
mustache
I
is not
was
giving
never
away.
even on the field.
You know what? Doesn't matter as long as he scored. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't look back.
He's like,
Don't look back.
I was never
too
even
deep
on
into
the
the game
field.
to turn back now.
Just keep running.
Even on the field in 2 different games anyway.
Ed said, I'm going for all 9 innings. I don't give a shit.
No,
Right.
just catcher the whole game.
no,
Just pure catcher.
no.
pure
This
catcher,
was dodgeball, and I dodged them all. So
Okay, hey.
yeah,
Hey, it's
All
2022, dude.
As long as you're in the game, buddy.
Yeah,
as long as you're in the game.
that was dope.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. All right, so I think we're done talking about Ezra Miller and their current fuck ups and their careers at the moment. But actually, how excited are you guys about Flashpoint?
I'm only excited because Keaton is in it.
lukewarm.
Mid.
Man,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've been talking
Slightly below mid.
we've been
They
talking
haven't
about
excited
they haven't
about,
shown enough.
it hasn't shown
Yeah.
enough. We just seen like
That's good.
behind the scenes like things like
Yeah, but they have to whet your appetite a little bit. And I think
Keaton.
they haven't. Yeah,
Keaton.
Keaton
I
is
know, but
cool,
it's
cool,
not
but-
that they need to push it more if they want people
Here's
to
the
get
thing.
excited.
Here's the thing. Let's just not beat around the bush here. When the Keaton stuff happens in that movie, we will walk away disappointed. It's a
I
guarantee.
hope not.
There,
I think
I hope not.
I will all but guarantee you'll be disappointed because here's the thing: there's no possible way that it can live up to your hype and our nostalgia and everything. What you think is going to happen is not going to happen. He'll be in it. He'll just say, "Hey, I'm Michael Keaton."
I think that's what's
And
gonna
then that's
happen.
it.
He's just gonna be like, it's gonna be like the Spider-Man cameos without the action, probably,
I mean, it's possible.
or maybe like
Maybe.
slight action, yeah, something like that, something
Well,
small.
My
I'm
only
sure they'll
thought-
try for something, but I think it's not going to be what we want it to be.
I think
Yeah, you're
they're going
hyping
to
it
try
way too
and
much.
pull a Spider-Man No Way Home in a way. How we had all the Spider-Mans together. Because what's his face?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
But I think
All
that's
right,
where-
well,
great,
But my
great hot take.
only thought that I
That
hope-
is a good idea at Underground.
yes, it is. I hope they do some kind of Batman Beyond thing. Maybe
No,
Yeah.
I think we're
it's possible.
I think
This
we're doing
movie
I
is
too
think-
too complicated, and I'm
you have
telling you,
a better chance of seeing Batmite show up.
Yeah.
Hey,
do
I
a,
mean that might be a
Batman
thing
Beyond.
Well,
too.
we already know there's three flashes that are going to be in this movie. 3 versions of Flash that are going to be in this movie. I feel like No Way Home. We talk about Marvel has cookie cutter, stories and so forth, but Marvel has that magic. It knows what works and it can continue to do it. We have not seen that with DC just yet. Granted, Snyderverse was good, but we haven't seen anything outside of Snyderverse and outside of Zack Snyder that's really been at that point like, oh my goodness.
the Batman. We just saw the Batman.
Batman.
Oh, the Batman. But I'm talking about within the DC.
Aquaman
How would
was
you?
good.
Yeah,
Do you don't
I
count
really
the
like
Batman's not
Aquaman's
part of the
good.
DCEU though?
it's not. Well, it's part of the DCU, but it's not. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
part of the
Yeah, it's not
Snyderverse.
connected with the continuity.
Continuity, right?
So, I mean, I guess what we're saying is Warner Brothers can do it right, but they just can't do it right when they're trying to copy the MCU. I guess
yeah, they
that's where
shouldn't
they're.
be copying the MCU.
Yeah, I guess the greatest successes are when they're really, like Green Tuner said, when they're independently creating
Solo.
standalone
So,
works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then they don't have to worry about like, well, Batman can't do this because in the extended universe he has to face so and so,
Right.
or you know, I mean,
Or
it
Bale
limits
can't.
to what you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, Bale can't be in the Calvo universe or whatever. The two just don't mix.
Yeah,
but I think Flashpoint would be a good opportunity to actually. I think it's the best opportunity to like do something.
Well, they
to
can
connect
reset.
something.
Well, they can
Here's
reset.
the thing, though.
Reset too,
Here's
yeah.
the thing.
For sure they can reset everything.
I really think that once again, Marvel has beaten them to the punch.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the multiverse, even though DC pioneered the concept of the multiverse, it's their baby.
In comics,
Comics,
started
they did it. They did it right the first time. Just like everything else, Kevin Feige has said, fuck you, and gotten there way before them on every single thing. So multiverse, I feel like by the time we get there, we're going to be all multiversed out, because I'm almost there with all the Disney Plus shows. I like them all, but the dabbling in the multiverse and the multiverse of madness that's coming, I think I'm reaching my peak level of I'm reaching the multiverse of madness, I guess. So we'll see if I can. That concept, even in comics, can't be sustained. It gets boring after a while. The multiverse gets fucked up. They fix it. Let's move on. That's kind of the idea.
I think that's the whole
That's
plan.
why they only do it in comics, like when they have to reset the storylines, and they only do it like once every how many years?
DC does it. Fucking Crisis every damn decade.
Yeah, that is true. I forgot that, but they didn't used to do it as often as now.
No.
Before it would be like a big event in order to like wipe the slate clean.
True.
Well, Cascade, what we're talking about, because Cascade says he said Shazam was good. I think that's debatable.
Shazam was good.
It was good.
It was
not what I expected,
average.
but it was.
I'll
good.
never watch it again.
Yeah, I said I'll never watch it again.
I'll watch it again. I really enjoyed it.
But
that's DC doing individual movies. That was bring your kids and have fun watching this movie type of movie.
Sure.
It wasn't,
it wasn't
Batman where they're gonna have people being bludgeoned to death. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's good to have those separate things, and then you can grab that goofy Shazam and easily put him into like a dangerous situation that's darker.
Black Adam.
I want that.
Goofiness.
I want that, but I did not get that with Shazam.
Yeah,
oh no,
Shazam truly felt like a different universe.
I thought
even though they put even though they put Superman into it, it felt
he
really
put his
forced.
chest into it.
Well, yeah, it wasn't
body double.
It wasn't
stunt double.
It wasn't Henry Cavill. But
Here's what I wanted out of Shazam that I would like. I was trying to go for an angle that I would like with Shazam, and the only angle I like is if they kept it in like the 1930s, and like that's I think would have been more interesting. Still kept Billy Batson as a kid, but I think that's what I more associate with Shazam. And I guess it's everyone's like Captain Marvel's their
everyone has
opinion.
a different.
Yeah,
and I like Shazam as a kid friendly character. I don't know, it just lends itself. Like even in the comics, a child becoming like a adult superhero.
Yeah, but the height of that character was in like the 40s, where they had like, did you ever read like with the tiger, Tawny the Tiger, and they had all these crazy adventures, but it's all very like of the time of the classic golden age comic book stuff. If they did like that, I would have been really into it. Like it was a period superhero movie.
It would be hard to do that.
I mean, it would be hard, but it would be more interesting than I think what they ended up doing, which is just like the bare bones, like Shazam.
It is the bare
superhero.
bones, but they also needed something to be able to round out their selection. You can't have everything be grim dark.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want it to be grim dark. I wanted it to be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't want it to be grim dark. He's not a grim dark character, but what I wanted is just something more interesting than what we got. We got basically, like I said, the bare bones concept. A kid who literally becomes Shazam. That's it.
Yeah.
They said, hey, take it and go with it. But I was like, it just seemed a little too meh for me. It wasn't really that interesting.
I enjoyed it.
But that's my opinion. I know a lot of people enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean,
the version of Sash. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It was middle tier for me. I would say it wasn't like mind blowing. I don't know if it was meant to be. It was more like I would say a family pick.
Family thick,
family thick boy.
Just a family full of thick women.
Yeah, I mean, Megan Good.
Family thick. What's this?
Really good
what's that Disney family movie, 3D movie.
Emily
What?
Thick.
He's my The Incredibles
Yeah,
with the mother.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I know.
It's just like Dexter's mom too, if I
Yeah,
remember.
Dexter's mom was stupid, dumb thick.
Yeah, look, it's already.
Anyways.
She was
going.
But
thick.
yeah,
She was
but
thick.
I mean, ultimately, with Shazam, I get what you're saying. I mean, it was a break of the Dark universe, and would it have fit into Snyder's universe? No, I don't think it would have.
I think the character would.
I think it
you
would,
can
yeah.
you can grab dumb, goofy characters and put them in a dark movie. It's been
Yeah.
done
I
before.
think the character does
Just
take.
as long as you don't make him a focus, as long as you make him part of an ensemble,
well, he could have.
they fit well.
I think
Yeah,
I think
they
he
could've.
does literally take place in these. He's in the Snyderverse because
Yeah.
there are scenes where he's picking up the batarang, and it's the remember it's
He
the
freaking meets Superman.
yeah. But I mean, you know, it is the Snyderverse. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I know it's part of the Snyderverse, but I'm just saying it would have been done well. But going to what Cascade said, also this is kind of what I was getting into, was the thought he said he thought Batman v Superman came out before Marvel mentioned the multiverse, and that's what Batman v Superman did. But I think
but what
we were talking
mention
about
of
comic. We're talking about comic
multiverse?
book. Yeah, they were talking about the comic book that the multiverse was.
Well,
a
by the
DC.
time DCU said anything about a multiverse, Marvel had already dipped its toes in the concepts and ideas of the multiverse.
Well, no, I think he was confused. I mean, the comics.
Batman v
DC.
Superman is in multiverse though. That's just crossover.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with.
It's not a multiverse.
So I think we're talking about the comic. DC came out with multiverse before Marvel did in comics.
Yeah,
but Marvel as
because
a
they had
movie
like
concept,
Earth 1, Earth 2, or 3, or
I guess Cascade. What we're trying to say is the MCU right now is well inside the multiverse. People know what the multiverse
in the movies.
is.
In the movies, yeah.
In the TV shows and the movies, like the universe,
shows,
the MCU.
The universe, yeah.
Everyone in the MCU understands, or watching the MCU understands what the multiverse is. Where the DC, they have no concept because there's no movie yet.
Yeah, but
there hasn't been a movie.
Flashpoint will be the comics.
They own the multiverse in the comics, and way before Marvel did. But because Marvel was able to make it into a live action multiverse before
sooner,
DC,
successfully, they were able to do it successfully first.
Successfully, Now DC looks like they're copying Marvel when Marvel or DC actually made the blueprint for multiversal comic books in the first place. So it's
the same thing happened with Darkseid and Thanos, even though Darkseid came out first.
Yeah.
You know, people were like, oh, well, DC's doing the same thing. They just got a big, you know, ugly rock looking guy as the villain. But no, Darkseid was made before Thanos.
And Thanos was inspired by Darkseid.
By Darkseid, exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's
it is what it is.
Yeah, the whole concept of even having gods and so forth, DCU.
Yeah, the new gods. Yeah, that's true.
DC
I want to see Orion and his little scooter thing. You know, I'm talking about the little ship he flies.
I mean, it's just funny to me that how DC is just always lagging behind Marvel, and you know, with the Flashpoint coming out, and then you know, I'm not really excited for Flashpoint. I'm excited to see it, but I'm not like, oh my goodness, I have to see it today. I think that we're just getting thrown little teases here and there. It seems like it's going through production hell for whatever reason. I mean, we've heard about the Flashpoint for years now at this point. And we haven't gotten any closer. It seems like we haven't gotten any closer to actually have anything set in stone.
Solidified?
Solidified. Set in stone for the release date. But I am kind of excited for Black Adam. I am a Rock fan.
I'm a Rock fan. But again, in the trailer, I saw exactly what you guys said about him not being villainous, and then I was like,
he's going to be an anti-hero.
I don't want a hero.
He's not going to be a true villain.
I want a villain. I want a true villain. I don't want this, you know.
He wants the
hero crap reformed or whatever it is.
He wants vengeance. That's what it is.
Vengeance.
But yeah, Warner Brothers, get it together. We'll see what happens with the Flashpoint, and we'll see what happens with Aquaman 2 coming out soon.
I'm more excited about Aquaman than I am about Flashpoint.
I think because Jason Momoa, he's just a heartthrob. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'll definitely go gay for Jason Momoa.
True. So
I think everybody will. Darkseid.
And like Darkseid said, what's it called? Long John Silver's battle in the last movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was
Yeah.
So, the early.
Actually, I took a date to see the Aquaman. Now that I remember, it's a good movie.
What does that have to do with anything?
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
Now going to something else that was extremely disappointing. Other than as date. What do you guys think about Moon Knight? Do you guys like it? Love it? Hate it? What happened?
I like it.
Too early for me to tell. It was okay.
I like it. I see a lot of potential. And as we're doing this recording, we've seen the first one. The second one came out today, so I've not seen the second one yet. But the first one I think is pretty good. There's a lot of scenes where he blacks out, where I hope they actually show it in later episodes of him fighting, him killing people. When you see Mark.
I don't think they'll show. Why would they show that?
Yeah, they're already censoring.
I think that what's cooler is like the aftermath.
It's the aftermath.
Your imagination goes wild with like, oh man, look at all the blood everywhere.
Yeah, he just killed 5 people. He went from having a gun pointed to his head, and all of a sudden he has a gun in his hand covered in blood, and 5 people dead. Like
the scarab all bloody.
Yeah.
I have a question with Moon Knight because I've never read the comics. Is his outfit magical? Does it appear in him, or does he actually put it on like Batman would?
I think it's in later comics where it's magical, because he was actually a villain in someone else's comic book. I think a werewolf comic book. Is that true, Darkseid?
Yeah, and Werewolf by Night. He might have like a magical costume. I don't know, but for the most part, no. It's just a costume he puts on.
Okay, because in the last scene of the first episode, the costume. Well, I mean,
you got to understand. I think there's a lot of like what you're seeing is. Are you seeing that, or is he seeing that, or
I got you.
What is reality right now? Is like right now you haven't even met Mark Spector yet, who is Moon Knight, who is his main personality. So I liked it. I thought it was very good. I was on board. I was very tired when I watched it, so I've really been itching to rewatch it. I liked you talked about the blackouts. I thought they were very cool. In the trailer, for some reason, I was in and out of it. I was like, this could be cool, but I don't know where they're going with this. But in that first episode, I think they nailed the journey, and they set a lot of mystery. I think that what's the actor's name who's playing his adversary? It's not Ethan Hawke.
I forgot his name.
It is Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. I mean, he looks really disheveled, and I kind of like it. Like he doesn't look.
I was gonna say, who's this Ethan Hawke like actor? And it is Ethan Hawke.
Right.
But, I think he's a very interesting character, and I don't know as much about classic Moon Knight lore. I've only read recent stuff from Moon Knight, maybe in the last 5 years, so I can't really dig too deep into the past. But I like where they're going with it, and I like you're kind of guessing what is and isn't happening. I like that idea.
Well, from what I remember, he has, I think, 3 to 4 different personalities, and he was a cab driver, a billionaire. I forgot the third one, and Moon Knight. And I remember that back then his outfit wasn't magical. So I don't know what happened between then and now in recent comics where his outfit is not magical. He's basically like a Marvel's answer to Batman, but now with magical powers. I mean, he had a freaking jet that's the shape of a crescent moon in the comics. And he has freaking not batarangs, but like moonerangs, if you're going to call it that, in the comic books. So I don't know how far they're going to go with that.
I'm really surprised that Ed got that. He said moonerangs very easily, but he struggles on words like
Armageddon,
lantern,
annihilation, Bethesda,
quintessential,
swap. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about Moon Knight. Cascade says that he only had 3 personalities, so I'm gonna take Cascade's word for it. Yeah, three.
I think it was 4. I'm not sure.
I'm not a Moon Knight expert.
Same here. I haven't really read any Moon Knight.
Yeah, I remember seeing Moon Knight pop up in random comics and so forth, but I've been listening to like Emergency Awesome, is Emergence Awesome, Emergency Awesome YouTube channel where he goes over all the spoilers and like the history of all the characters and so forth. So I only know about like recent stuff about Moon Knight, which gives me kind of a good perspective because I know like a lot of other stuff that we've seen. I've come from a or we've come from a comic book background, so we're like comparing the comics and the storylines that we've seen to the new material that Marvel's been putting out. Watching this is actually kind of refreshing because I'm seeing something that I've never really paid attention to in the past, and I know Marvel said that, and we've also said like, hey, we want to see unknown characters, like we don't want to always see the Wolverines and always see the Iron Man's. There's so many characters out there that Spider-Man. Like, yeah, we want to see other characters for once. And I think this is a great answer to it. And even though I don't know a lot about Moon Knight, it kind of got me interested more so than anything else. I really liked the first episode. I know I read online and people were like, it's a slow start and so forth. But I mean, what'd you expect? Like, hey, I'm Moon Knight, and then all of a sudden just start blowing up buildings and museums and like fighting gods in the very first episode. I like that it is a lot of character building, it's world building, and I like the original. Was it Steven, right? Steven's
Steven is the idiot,
the parasite, the idiot. Yeah, like, I like his character. He's timid, nerdy. The Ed Underground, and then you have
is the Ed Underground.
He is definitely not.
Geez,
that's you.
Like,
he's definitely not.
Definitely sue them for copyright infringement.
Yeah,
but no. But seeing the scenes, I love the blackout periods because first they were unexpected. I mean, when you saw the first one, I was like, "What the hell?" And then the entire action sequence where he's driving through in the ice cream truck, or whatever.
I love that scene.
That scene good. Where he's blacking out, and it's
the cupcake truck.
Truck, yeah. That was, I mean, cinematography wise, it was excellent, beautiful, loved it. Yeah, Bandito. Yeah, go ahead and mute this. Yeah, I'll let you know when we're done talking about Moon Knight so that you can come back to it. But
kind of surprised with how much violence they put in that. Speaking of how Disney Plus recently has censored the Netflix shows that came over, and even self-censored some of the
Falcon and Winter
Soldier scenes. That this
said that was by accident,
yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Like, someone accidentally.
We fucked up 5 months ago.
Just the scenes.
Yeah.
Just the
we accidentally edited and polished it and cut it in there perfectly.
Sorry, it was
just
intern.
happened to be.
Yeah,
They literally
this
blamed the intern. They said,
yeah,
it was an intern that did that. So
whoops.
Damn it, Beth, you bitch.
Damn it, Steve, you're fired. Like, never do this again. And he's like, of course the intern's probably signed an NDA, can't say shit. But I'm surprised about the amount.
Yeah, but it's surprisingly bloody and violent. Yeah, like especially that scene you mentioned about him holding the scarab. I was like, God damn, there's a lot of blood
covered in blood.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Disney Plus playing a very, very confusing game.
Yeah, it's. I mean, because they've taken out recently for the Punisher. Apparently, there was on the second season there was something giving tribute.
It's a Stan Lee tribute,
and it was after very very gory,
very violent scene. So I can see the context of why they decided to take it out, but the internet being the internet immediately is
caught onto it.
Yeah, like if they're trying to use every time Disney does anything like slightly, irks them the wrong way. Yeah, just irks them the wrong way. Like if they remove anything or don't do something that people want, they're like, fucking Disney.
Disney
but as long as they like put up Moon Knight and fucking Mandalorian, everyone's like, oh, it's great. There's so much Disney bitching going on in the last 2 years on like online. It's ridiculous how many people are trying to get to see.
Yeah, it's even talking like with Deadpool.
But we all consume it.
Yeah, we are the
Yeah,
idiots that
Deadpool's
consume.
gonna be shortened by like what 40 minutes or something from all the scenes
Or an
being
hour.
removed.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But people were
It's
like,
gonna
all
end up
scared.
being like a 10-minute movie.
Yeah, people are all scared that Deadpool is gonna go from a rated R to now like PG, and I'm like, I don't think. I think people are just looking for things to be scared of. Which now I'm not gonna lie. If they do that, I'm gonna be like, hey, I got pie on my face. I look like the idiot.
I think
now.
Ryan Reynolds should go hard and just make it like NC-17. Just put penetration in the movie.
Ryan Reynolds said if it's not going to be rated R, he's not going to be in the movie. He did say that.
Yeah, I mean, it would kill the movie.
Yeah,
it would kill the movie.
I mean, you let him have his cake, and now you're just gonna make him make a neutered.
Yeah,
Deadpool.
but Ryan Reynolds also released Deadpool 2 in a PG-13 theatrical version. Do we remember that? I forgot what it was called.
No,
but he re-released it in theaters as PG-13. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, and it was funny too because he added.
C. Yeah, he did. He took advantage of the re-release.
He added the guy from Wonderful. What is
Wonder
it called?
Years.
Wonder Years. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? The scene that they were copying.
Yeah, it was funny.
What was it?
Yeah, but what were they copying
They were
it
in the
from?
bedroom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it. So.
Have you guys seen The Princess Bride?
No.
Yes.
Okay, so the beginning. You know, The Princess Bride. It's the framing devices. It's a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Okay,
with,
so it was
Columbo.
that. Yes, with Columbo and Fred Savage.
Yeah.
Well, Fred Savage is like they did the same thing. The Deadpool PG-13 is framed with the Fred Savage as an adult in the same bedroom, like trying to tell a story, and the kid is annoying.
Hilarious.
It's only good because it's Fred Savage.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Well, it's a good callback to the Princess Bride. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's very much of Ryan Reynolds' level of humor, drawing from like 80s nostalgia, 90s nostalgia. Anyways, it was good. But my point is that Ryan Reynolds is not like beyond a PG-13 cut of Deadpool. He is down for it. He has done it already.
Well, as long as he releases a rated R version.
Yes. A rated R version, but I don't want it. This is what I don't want. I don't want a rated R Deadpool I guess this is what I'm trying to say. I don't want a PG-13 Deadpool that gets released rated R because they add a few bleeps and they add a few blood and gory moments or some off-color joke, and they can easily take it out. Like, I don't want this like configurable movie.
Yeah,
I want it to be designed from the bottom up as an R-rated feature.
This is kind of like the conversation we had with we were talking about Batman having sex scenes in it, and it's like, or is that really necessary?
Ed really wanted that.
No, I've never said
I wanted to see just.
I never said I wanted those. No, not like I said. There was a recent comic book, a Batman comic book, where there's a severed head in the alley with two human boned arms, and the severed head like a X in the alley, and it's a Batman comic book. I'm saying you can do stuff like that in a rated R Batman movie. That's all I'm saying.
And sex scenes. So, I would definitely don't want a Deadpool movie just to be rated. I don't think anybody wants a Deadpool movie just to be gratuitous and so forth. I mean, make it have a purpose. You can have some comedy in there. Like, don't just be swearing, It's just like, make it a good movie. And I understand what Darkseid is saying. Like, build the movie. If it's gonna be PG-13, build the movie as a PG-13, whatever.
Well, the best thing would be make it a rated R first.
Yep.
And then trim accordingly.
That's what I would assume. But depends on how the action.
I guarantee you they will do that.
No, I would hope so. But
because they already did it for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They double dipped in real time and made a good amount of money. That double dip was profitable for them.
Well, talking about PG-13, Cascade has a question. How do you feel about Blade being PG-13?
No. I don't know.
You could do it as long as he's just killing vampires.
Here's the thing. We just watched The Batman, which I think is a film that pushes the envelope.
Yeah.
I don't need to see blood and gore necessarily. It's not important. If you watch the Wesley Snipes
blood is very important to the
It is, yeah.
story in
Blood
the
is
movie.
important to vampires, but like, you don't necessarily need to have them.
Come on, the nightclub scene.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Yeah, the nightclub scene is good, but I think if you're asking me if you need that, no.
But
I don't think you need it.
I would prefer it.
I would too.
I don't think you need it, but I would prefer it.
With that music.
I don't think you're gonna get it. I think Blade can be translated down easily.
Yeah.
But this is not the same.
I think it's gonna be a PG-13 Blade. Yeah.
I hope not.
This is not the same.
I mean,
Blade.
it's going to be, but
this is not the same Blade as Snipes Blade. So
sadly,
yeah. So this is not gonna be the Snipes Blade. So if they're gonna start the Blade series brand new from scratch, and it's going to be where Mashallah Ali being the Blade, and they have the new vision for that, I'm fine with that. PG-13. I don't need all the blood, guts, and gore. Now, is it cool? Is blood essential to Blade? Yes, but is it, if it's done right, is it a mainstay? No.
They can make the blood black.
I don't like that either.
I don't like that.
No.
Or green or something crazy like that.
No. Just
I don't
keep
even
it red. It's fine.
Here's the thing. There's a line. In order to get something R-rated, there's a line. They literally go to a group of people and they say, no, this is a little too much. Trim that scene and that scene, but keep you could keep the whole scene in. There's too much spatter. There's too much. You can't show gushing blood, but you could show blood. There's all these like little things.
I say this because back in the mid '90s, during WWF, the Attitude Era, there was a group called the Blrd, and they did a bloodbath. They had red dye liquid coming from the top of the rooftops and poured down on their opponents. Now, I think a year ago, one of the guys named Edge from the Blrd came back. He's in his vampire get up or whatever, and he did the same thing, the Blrd bath, but this time instead of red blood, it was black blood. So same scenario, but just different color material.
They've gotten stricter. If you look at old movies, old PG-13 movies, they had more
freeway or whatever
things that today would get you a R rating.
Yeah.
But usually the way that they do it is like Darkseid said, whenever they're gonna have a rating, they always go overboard, so that when they start telling them to like trim stuff out, they'll just trim the excess like violence or whatever down to their original vision.
Yeah,
so that's usually what those studios do. Yeah,
you might have
they'll do like an overly violent movie because they know they're gonna have to start taking things out.
Yeah, like they'll have blood, like a character gets punched and you'll see a spray of blood, and then turn it back to be just a few droplets. And but
I don't understand why people are so afraid of blood. Like all these movies, people are getting killed left and right, but showing a little blood is like too much.
No, the thing is, no one's really afraid of a little blood. It's just the companies.
No, the censors. I mean,
yeah, I mean they're trying to make everything like very clean, cookie cutter. But I know back in our day, like blood was everywhere, and we turned out okay.
Did we?
I think so. I mean, I don't know about Darkseid, but
hey, we used to talk about all the coats you like to make. So people.
What?
Yeah.
It puts the lotion on the. What is it? It puts the lotion on the body, or else it gets the
on its skin.
On its skin,
yeah.
Like, all I'm saying is, we came from a generation where we had Ninja Turtles, RoboCop, various
bloody Ninja Turtles.
It was right towards us though, and we came out fine. So
you guys ever
the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah,
Did I ever show you guys that clip of RoboCop where RoboCop he instead of like shooting
shoots the dicks off?
Yeah, he just shoots dicks off. That's all he does.
Yeah. It's a great video.
Yeah, it's a great video.
Oh, I love that video.
Remastering
shoots everyone's
dick off. Yeah, people. Yeah, they've given up and surrendered. He's like, no, you don't surrender with penis.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Cascade. So Cascade says in the chat, nostalgia is going to kill the movie. They're talking about Blade. I think that if people continue to, I mean, Blade is a beloved series for sure.
He has a lot to live up to.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's not like we're coming from like old Guardians of the Galaxy or old Avenger movies back in the day, like in the 90s. I mean, we did have an old Thor back in the days of the Incredible Hulk, but no one looks at those as as setting the
The
bar.
rock and roll Thor.
Yeah, rock and roll
from the TV show.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like no one's thinking about that. Like, and Thor looked like a hand-me-down Viking.
Yeah,
he
looked really bad.
So,
but he also has a lot to live with because we're talking about like a martial artist. Like Wesley Snipes wasn't just an actor.
Yeah,
he was a legit martial artist. So when you saw him on screen, the way he moved his body was very unique. Like I don't know the background of this new actor, so I don't know if he has if they're gonna like shoot around that by doing a lot of cuts, or if they're gonna have like in the old movie where
I don't think he's a martial artist or anything,
and allowed you to see how Wesley moved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those days, the day of the movie star is over. The Jackie Chans, the Arnold Schwarzeneggers, the people that became movie stars because they were athletic or they were super buff and strong. That's done. The movie stars now are just like anyone because you could shoot around it.
So
you
that's
could turn
The Rock.
anyone.
That is true.
Yeah, well, you
So
could
that's
turn
The Rock.
anyone. Yeah, The Rock is the only one, but even The Rock is a watered down version.
Specifically build up more for this role, though.
How about Tom Holland? Tom Holland.
Tom Holland too.
But
Tom
I'm not talking about
Tom Holland.
physicality. I'm talking
Spider-Man?
about the way that he moves.
Tom
What
Holland,
about him?
He used to be a gymnast.
But that's fine. But he's not. We're talking about like Wesley Snipes and Jackie Chan. We're talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme. We're talking about like people who did the stunts and they got famous for it. And the movies were formed around. There are Arnold Schwarzenegger movies that were formed around Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay, I thought you were talking about people
that doesn't happen anymore. Now it's just like they're just
You
like
need that again.
I thought you were talking about people like who are physical. Like Tom Holland does.
Oh no.
Acrobatic stunts. Like they show behind the scenes.
Yeah, no,
he's doing like a lot of those flips and everything else that he's doing. He's doing that himself, and he does.
Like good. Chuck Norris and
it translates well.
The day of the action hero star is good. Yeah. I mean, we don't
have
have
a background.
Like Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is not a movie star. Should not be a movie star, but he got in there somehow.
But
by lying. That's how he got in there.
But even
he got in there, and their movies made for Steven Seagal. Like
even though I do love
someone literally made the next Steven Seagal movie. Like they were developing
Under Siege.
The next, Under Siege.
I loved Under Siege, but it's
Under Siege is his best movie.
Yeah,
but yes, Steven Seagal doesn't count. He's not. Back in the day, he was the man. Now,
when I was a kid, I thought he was a legit martial artist. I'm like, oh my god,
I did too.
Did you see how he disabled all those Jamaicans just with a few wrist slaps?
Yeah.
Like he flipped.
What was the movie where he killed someone with a credit card? Do you remember that?
I've not seen it.
God damn it! That's the one with
like he killed somebody. He like slashed their neck with the credit card. He said he had a good line.
Miracle Man. Something.
Yeah, but what was the line? He had a line. It was like "charge it" or something like that.
No, the guy says like, he's like, how much? Glimmerman. He's like, how much did he pay you? I can double that. And then they tell him you can't pay us. What is like? Do you take plastic? He takes out the credit card. That has a hidden blade in it.
Yeah, as a knife. Yeah, as a knife in it or whatever.
Yeah.
Those days are gone. But I mean,
spinning off that, do you guys ever watch the Mad TV Will Sasso parodies?
Yes, I love it. Cracked everyone's neck.
There's like 50 of them. They're all good.
Have you guys ever seen him run? Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Yes.
Runs.
I think I watched a super cut of it.
It's weird, or like a T-Rex. He like does this dainty things with his arm. He runs so weird.
Yeah, but we're not gonna have anybody like that anytime soon. It's all about the acting chops, and they can get stunt doubles to do everything else, or they can put your face on a stunt double.
There's a cool thing about seeing Wesley Snipes because he can act.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes,
and he's a very good martial artist. And when you actually see his face and him doing like all these kicks and spins and everything, it's like mesmerizing watching it on screen.
Yeah, I would love to see Wesley Snipes come as a older Blade and a multiverse.
How old is this guy? How old is Ali?
Marshall Ali.
That'd be mid-30s, I think.
So I thought they were gonna bring in like a younger guy or something.
Oh shit! How old do you think he is?
I think he's probably like late 30s.
48.
40.
40s.
I was gonna say
48.
47. Damn.
Damn.
48.
Wow.
Come
Yeah, I
on,
was
man.
gonna say 47.
Snipes
Yeah.
doesn't look bad. Snipes still looks good. Why couldn't they bring his ass back?
I would have been
His
fine with
tax
that.
dodging
He's the
ass
Oscar
back.
winner, and he's
Are his taxes
he's the
okay?
new highness.
His tax dodging ass back.
And so, Snipes is honestly not that old. He's 59. And
Yeah, that's true. You gotta catch Snipes first in order to put him in the movie. No man
Like a
can catch
Pokemon.
Snipes. Yeah.
I found out
Right now.
Jared Leto is 50, I believe.
Yeah, Jared Leto's older. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Well, because the reason why he looks so good, he's vegan, dude, and he uses the blood of virgins to replenish the skin.
It's true.
Absolutely true.
heard-
I saw
I heard
it.
that in
Wow.
30 Seconds from Mars song.
Yeah,
It's true. He
yeah.
put it in there.
Or his cult or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently.
We're talking about Jared Leto. Let's talk about him really quick.
Oh boy.
Oh, like we haven't. So none of us have seen Morbius yet, right? But
No.
we've seen the reviews. Morbius.
We should
is-
watch it.
We should watch it, and we will.
I do want to watch it.
We will watch it 100% legally. But
Yeah, let me make sure you said that we will watch it 100% legally.
yes, 100%
In case
legally.
anyone from whoever is Sony or whoever is
Yeah,
watching.
so-
We all agree.
Yeah, we all
At
agree.
Underground, will you break the law to watch it?
There's ways to watch it legally.
Yeah, no. We will watch
Yeah,
it
at a
legally.
theater.
Hey, what the?
Wink.
You watch-
You're the worst. You'd be the worst criminal. Like, hey, did you break the bank? Well, there. Did you? No, did you rob the bank? Well, there are ways to rob a bank. Like what? Huh?
What?
Like, just say no. You just didn't rob it.
Moron.
Yeah. What the fuck? Ed? So we've seen the reviews for Morbius. Morbius has been.
What a surprise.
has
I
been-
wouldn't have seen that coming.
Yeah, Morbius has absolutely been shit on.
Jared
by-
Leto starring movie that's bad.
But the
Don't
thing
say
is,
it. Say it isn't so.
So Morbius in of itself has got on Rotten Tomatoes is a 16% by critics.
Healthy 16%.
Oh,
16% by
man.
critics, right?
Screw critics. Screw
But
critics.
audience score gave it a 70%. So
Oh,
so-
I trust the audience more than I trust the critics. to
I
be
do
honest.
trust the audience more than I trust the critics. And
Here's what I trust. My eyes.
Yeah,
Because
I'm-
those trailers were garbage.
the trailers,
Garbage.
they weren't garbage, but
Wait,
They
you
were
weren't laughing
bad.
At, you
They
weren't
were
laughing
bad.
At the "We Are Venom" line. That didn't have you cracking up in your seat in the in the trailer.
you talking about when he's like, "We are Venom.
We
No,
are
I'm kidding.
Venom.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just Michael Morbius at your service."
Yes.
Yeah, that was kind of like what
That didn't have you rolling on your seat, Darkseid.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
he blacked out. He literally blacked out the entire trailer.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
That's how little attention he paid to the trailer.
Yeah, he didn't even know
It's
that
bad.
happened.
All I remember about the Morbius trailer was it's brutal, but Ed Underground is into it.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No. I never said I was into this
He said
movie.
it was
You
great.
were,
groundbreaking.
you were into it.
I have not seen this movie.
I'm
I
not
said
saying you're
I'll
going to be
watch it.
hyped about it, but you were interested.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
interested to watch it because it supposedly ties in with the Sony verse or whatever it's called now.
Well,
So
you know
the
what?
Sonyverse
There's-
sucks. Why would you want to be into it?
yeah, it does suck.
That's true.
It does
Right,
suck.
but why would you want to be into it?
Whoa! What Sony verse are you talking about? Because I like the Amazing Spider-Man. Thank you very much.
You like Venom?
Yeah, it's true. Amazing Spider-Man was
Venom. The first
That's
one was okay.
Sonyverse.
I know. I mean, I know it is. But I'm saying, which part of it do you think?
Venom
sucks?
1. I like Venom 1.
Venom 1 was okay. Let There Be Carnage. That was
No.
iffy.
I think it's on the same level.
So you think Amazing
I'm not going to argue
Spider-Man
with you.
sucks?
I think it could have been better.
Both of them?
Well,
Two was
anything
under.
could have been better.
Yeah. No. Amazing Spider-Man. Good or no?
Mid.
What
For
about
me.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Mid.
Wow.
Let's not go down this road. It's the worst.
He is the
can't-
worst.
He
He
has
is
no
the
concept of comparing things.
He
There's no
doesn't.
such thing as
He has no
something
solid
being slightly
opinion
better than other.
on anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the credit card scene.
Yeah, it's correct.
See, there you go.
So, Ed, what do you think? So, what do you think about
There
this?
you go. You
Spider-Verse?
take plastic.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Kill all three.
Cut all their throats.
Right now, we're watching a clip
Oh.
to the audio listeners. Look up the credit cards
Just
killing
put-
scene.
Glimmerman
Yeah, put
credit card
Glimmerman.
scene.
Yeah, Glimmerman.
It's like
credit
a-
Oh,
card.
parking
yeah.
lot scene. I'm sorry.
Glimmerman. So stupid.
Well, look,
So
we all know
stupid.
there's only one Jared Leto stan in this group, and his name is Creamcast.
I am.
So
Okay,
how-
can I be
Dang.
honest? Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Jared Leto I think is a decent actor. I think he's
he's a great actor.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
I think he's a decent actor.
No.
I feel
Yeah,
bad
he's
for him.
freaking won an Oscar. He's a great actor.
No. He's a great supporting actor.
Yes, he's a great
yeah,
supporting
He's not
actor.
a great lead actor.
No,
But the thing
He
is
is a bad lead actor.
I think he gets really, really, really shitty, maybe direction and movies. So
whose fault is that though?
That many times where he hasn't had a good
But the thing
lead role.
Well, somebody said
Keeps.
Somebody said he's the only
You're a
actor
fan?
who has been in both Marvel or both comic book universes in the shittiest versions, shittiest movies of those universes.
Yes.
And I mean, I have to agree. Sure, I did like his Joker. I told you I liked.
I was gonna say you're the one that was defending his Joker as being the best Joker.
The only one.
Not the. No, I like. No, I'm talking about the Snyderverse. The Snyderverse.
Just
Joker.
wanna hurt you.
He's like, why'd you
really
send that boy to do a man's job? Like that was or why you sent Boy Wonder to do a man's job. Okay, whatever. You guys don't like it. I get it. You guys are haters.
It's bad.
But
No, I like him in Snyder Cut. That 5-second scene. That's it. But everything else he's done.
I don't even like him in Snyder Cut.
I think he hasn't been given a good script and a good chance.
Whose fault is that though?
I mean, you're an actor. Like you act how you.
You pick your roles. No one's like,
it's his fault. He championed Morbius. He literally championed that movie to get made.
He did champion it, and
so I mean, anyone who knows anything, when I'm a comic book fan my entire life, and they're like, Sony's going to make a Morbius movie. Even I was like,
yeah,
why?
when I heard him like Morbius,
why?
That's the same way I feel about why make a Venom solo movie without the origin. Why?
Why are you guys saying why Morbius when we have things like Blade? Like. What? I mean, why not?
That's different though. Blade has his own.
Blade makes more sense than Morbius.
We're getting a Craven.
Blade is
movie.
a better character than Morbius.
That is true.
Yeah.
We're getting a Craven movie.
The living vampire.
Who would have got?
Craven is a better character than Morbius.
Well, what I'm saying is that who would have thought in a million years Craven is going to get his own solo movie?
I mean, is that in the rumor stage? Have they started filming?
That isn't even. Yeah, that's not even.
Yeah, so it might just be.
I've heard of a Craven movie for like 10 years.
I thought they got Aaron Taylor Thomas.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Johnson. When I say Thomas, I'm thinking like
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these people.
Oh, improvement. JTT.
What the hell happened to him? By the way, he's like a wannabe Val Kilmer. Like it's so crazy. I used to think he was like Val Kilmer's like brother or some shit back in the day. But anyway,
such a big deal. He was such a big deal when we were kids.
He was back in the day, big deal. For
Fucking
sure.
every damn girl was into.
But the thing is that I like Jared Leto enough to give him a chance. Now I haven't seen Morbius, so I can't speak on how well
he's had one too many chances.
He has been given a lot of comic
he
book
has been given
chances.
a lot of chances to be a lead actor.
And
honestly, I was interested in giving him a chance with this Morbius, even though I have not seen it yet. It's not looking good. It's not.
Look, I'm gonna hold off. Who knows? Maybe I'll like it. Who knows? Again, I trust audiences more than I do critics. So
yeah,
exactly. And
you never know until I actually watch it.
And they gave it a 70%, rating. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I will see it legally one of these days. I don't know. I mean, it's a Sony movie, so I'm assuming we'll never see it on Disney Plus. So I guess one of these days we're gonna have to see it. Probably pay full price for it. Maybe it'll be on No, it's not gonna be on HBO.
No. Showtime or
Showtime,
Stars.
yeah.
One of those two is the ones that always gets the Sony movies.
Yeah, so we'll see it then, but we'll see. But really quick, so we got some comments. So Black Girls Hack says, what do you do to the Green Tuner? He has a sofa behind him. Are y'all out of transitions today or something? Now, dear, I will show you the background later on.
You need to educate. It's okay.
You know what? That is good. It's good to have someone out there that has to be corrupted by the internet.
She's so innocent. Like we all knew what it was. Even like when we posted, I was like, nice background. I love the camera. My wife is so innocent, but I will corrupt her very soon. My wife says, Black Girls Hack talking about he is a fan. I think my wife always gets these actors confused because she's not into comic books like we are. Because I stand heavy for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Like I love that man to death.
I like him.
I like him. I
Yeah,
always liked him.
yeah, he's a phenomenal actor.
Ever since Brick, he's been on my top.
Brick is
my
so
top 10.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a phenomenal actor. Every movie that he's
been.
been in, I think, especially where he's leading. I'm like when watch Inception, freaking one of my favorite movies
Really
with him in it. But she always gets those confused. So she said Jared Leto, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, all the same person to her. But you know, it is. Bandito Max says Creamcast part of Echelon. I don't know what Echelon is.
Oh, that's the cult that he had on Mars Island or whatever.
How dare you? Yes, I am. I'll give you a membership. I have a membership card.
Jared Leto.
So he asked his fans to come on the island, and they paid like over $5,000 or whatever to see him perform and stuff like that. And he asked them to wear all white to make it look like a cult. Apparently, it's not a cult, but it sold merchandise, which is a smart idea.
Kanye has a cult. Well, Kanye like a church and stuff where everyone wears like light brown or something.
Kanye is real though. This is like just to sell some merch. But there's actually some controversy I did not know about Leto, which I won't say here, but it's I would say it's cancel culture. Or something? Yeah, I would say that too. But
that's the most common thing with celebrities.
Yeah, especially
if you really think about it.
One as gorgeous as him. I mean, you're gonna get controversy around you for sure. So no, I'm saying Jared Leto looks good. He's 50 years old and that man looks like he is in his early 30s for sure. I mean, that vegan diet is amazing. So hey,
sexual assaulting women really keeps you young.
Oh my god. Anyways,
what? Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. We have Weinstein sympathizer.
Cosby looks like he's 1,000 years old. So I beg to disagree. Because I guess maybe Pudding Pops makes you older.
Man, Pudding Pops does.
You know what I was watching today? For some reason, I came up. Remember when he was going into court and he did the Cosby Show, like looking sideways thing? Like he literally was walking into court during the trial, and he's walking and he does the goofy like turning and like leaning back side to side. I don't know if Ed can look it up. It was amazing. He did not care at all.
Look up what?
Bill Cosby court. I don't know how you would say it.
How about we don't? Okay.
Right.
How about
I was wondering I want Ed to start. Yeah, I want him to start YouTubing Cosby videos.
Moving on.
I'll get flagged.
So Cascade says Venom can exist without Spider-Man. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We've seen that already.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of cool. I actually prefer Venom. This version of Venom to be completely away from Spider-Man. If they do a Venom, I want them to do.
I don't mind it.
What?
It's not my Venom, but whatever.
A crossover between this Venom, Tom Hardy, and Spider-Man, like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Oh, they're already doing that though.
I don't care.
Technically, Venom
I don't care.
I don't care.
He's being rebooted anyway, apparently.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's whatever. I'd rather just Spider-Man just be Spider-Man. Go to other people. I'm tired of. I don't want to see a Venom, honestly, with Spider-Man. I
don't want to see that movie because I've seen it too many times. It's like the Dark Phoenix saga. Not interested. Move on. There's better stories to tell.
Exactly. The fans will say it's something different, but I think that a lot of people are just.
Well, even you can only do it so many times before even the fans are like, "All right, I'm good.
Yeah,
please don't do this again."
We saw what Dark Phoenix turned out, and everybody wanted it. We got it, and it was a massive disappointment. Only thing that was good, that was redeeming about it, was Magneto, Michael Fassbender.
Oh yeah,
Fassbender,
he's the only one thing that kept that movie decent.
Great score.
Yeah. So.
Moon Knight, back to Moon Knight.
No, we got some. We got one last thing. Black Girl's Hack said that I would leave her for Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which is true. I have said I would leave my wife for Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and also at Underground's parental unit. So those are only two people that I would leave my wife for.
Mm-hmm.
Parental unit. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Top two people in my life right now.
Not happening though, but
yeah, we'll see. But going back to Moon Knight, Darkseid, you have something you want to add to that?
No, just and we should probably go back to Moon Knight.
because we did go down.
We went off into Cosby Town. I was gonna say
we were
Pudding
Pudding.
Like, wait a minute, we're talking about Moon Knight back there.
Yeah, we were going full steam ahead into Cosby Town, and I am going to reroute us. So yeah, we only seen episode 1.
Hey, he's free. Leave him alone.
Yeah, episode 1. So
is he out?
Oh
yeah,
my
he's
God.
out, baby.
Oh, so he and OJ are both out at the same time? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I call justice.
I love this country.
I hate this podcast. I really do. I really hate this podcast.
Juice is loose.
Yeah, the views of some of the podcasters on this podcast are their views alone. I am separate.
Well, is he out of
What are
jail?
you afraid of? Are you afraid of like
Exactly.
OJ showing up to murder you?
The justice system works. All right.
Apparently, people love taking pictures of OJ. OJ has been.
Did you see that TikTok with there's some like young women who like woke him up from bed. It was like TikTok. Like, yeah, there's these there was a TikTok where these 3 like white women, young women, wake him up while he's in bed, and it's like a TikTok, and there were endless memes from that TikTok.
At first, I didn't even know you had a TikTok, but no, I have not seen this.
I don't have a TikTok, but
How would you?
Wait,
how can I see
are
it?
those 3 white women still alive?
That was the joke. See, these are the memes were created from these jokes. But you kind of get the idea of where the memes went. Quite funny, quite amusing.
They were doing the interview and he was standing behind the door with a banana and pretended to stab what's her name when she
I remember that. I remember that.
Oh, wow. My stomach.
What would you guys give Moon Knight?
All right, Ed, go ahead and take us out.
I would give it.
All right, guys, that's been the Blur Podcast. You guys have a great night. All right, goodbye.
That's good. I'm good with that.
And we're back. Oh my God.
Okay.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
I would give it a 7.5 flurries.
I give it 8.5 blurries. I really liked it. Good first episode.
Good first episode, yeah.
Yeah.
I give it a solid 7.
All right.
Hold on. I don't know who is saying that the pace or whatever is slow. This is pretty good compared to something else. So yeah.
Such as, why don't you just say it?
Halo.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Of all the things, I didn't even think about that.
I wasn't even thinking Halo whatsoever.
Yeah,
I
was like
something else.
I've seen episode 2 of Halo, so I'm like,
well, hold your horses here.
Yeah.
Hold your horses.
Yeah,
Stop jumping.
Yeah, we're still on Moon Knight.
Creamcast. Did you put out your review?
No, I didn't put my. I never put.
He's got his window up, and he told us already.
Huh?
He can't close that window, so he's got to check the orange juice.
You gotta check the orange juice, like he's gonna constantly just get.
It's a fight. It's like a race right now.
Yeah, what's gonna win? The drafter's room, or his orange juice?
Hypothermia or orange juice? Which one's gonna win?
Jeez.
The vicious cycle.
Yeah,
He's gonna end up losing toes or something. Window being open.
Guys, we're not gonna talk about people losing their feet from frostbite, please. God damn it. Anyways, yeah. So Moon Knight, I'll give it an 8.
Yeah,
It was
fair.
but Moon Knight
Fair.
was very good. I think, like I said, I love the pacing. I love the pacing of it. I thought it was great. I don't expect him to come out, fighting gods on the first episode and, like teabagging all the bad guys and, talking about how he could have prevented Thanos. And then, that's the end of the series. Like, I think this is good. So it is what it is. But yeah, I give it 8. But I think we're all solid around 7, 8.
Yeah, 7, 8.
Yep. Yeah,
Pretty
good start.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, it's a
not
good
bad.
start.
Good job, Ed. Ed knows how to count on his fingers.
Mm.
But yeah,
He's learning.
Yeah, he's learned. He's very learned. Now going into, what Ed tried to do a quick jump to, which is Halo. I didn't watch Halo. I didn't watch the second episode only because I just totally forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie. It's so sad that I am not hyped for Halo whatsoever. And Halo is not like, oh my god, I have to watch it. Halo is just Halo. It's like,
yeah.
What do you think? I think the hype, whatever hype there was, I think it's it's quickly dissipating.
Yes.
Where do you think we'll be at the end of, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes? Do you think anyone's even going to be talking about this?
No.
I don't think I haven't, honestly. So
I don't know what's going to happen here.
Halo comes out on Thursdays. I do not remember. Yes. New episodes come out on Thursdays. I have not seen, maybe because I'm not looking for it. But Ed, are you okay, Ed?
I'm going. I'm just watching the video as you're
twitching.
Oh, he's twitching. Okay. I like that orange juice got to him. But yeah, Halo. I have not seen anybody really reviewing it, like outside of like big publications like IGN and so forth. But like nobody's really talking about Halo, and I don't know if I'm like I said, I don't know if I'm just not looking for it. It's not part of my recommended on YouTube. I'm literally on YouTube 12, 16 hours a day. If I'm not sleeping,
I think Paramount should have looked at like the Disney Plus release schedule and been like, okay, this is where we'll release the Halo TV series in this lull. Instead, they were like, no, we'll release it opposite friggin' Moon Knight.
Yeah.
When Disney Plus is on like a high of like series where everyone talks about it. So we're just going to release it across from Moon Knight and expect the best.
No, they just looked at Mandalorian and said, oh, I want to do that too. Let's use this Fortnite guy, and just that. They didn't do any research on.
No one thinks that Master Chief has Fortnite guy.
Yeah.
Some people say that.
No one above the age of 12 is saying, I want the Fortnite guy.
It's possible.
It hangs out at
Master Chief is in Fortnite. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he is.
Well, that means that Master Chief was relevant enough for it to be in Fortnite. So people are not saying, hey, I want to see the Fortnite guy. It was Fortnite saying, I want Halo in Fortnite. Like they don't have like they put John Wick into it. It's not like John Wick.
He's in there too.
Yeah, it wasn't like John Wick was irrelevant, and then Fortnite said, "Hey, let's put it in the game." So, yeah, Cascade, I kind of agree with Cascade right here. Cascade said that's a shit take, and I kind of agree.
I'm saying it as a perspective of someone who doesn't know about Halo, and they happen to stumble upon him. Oh, he's from the Fortnite or whatever. So,
if you don't know who Master Chief is,
how would you know? How would you know what Fortnite is if you don't know what Halo is?
Well, Fortnite is in. I would say Fortnite is. I guess
under older than 12. Like, I mean,
I would say anyone under than 20.
Even kids today, even like little kids know Master Chief. Right?
No.
They sell the toys in the toy aisle.
I have a nephew who doesn't know what Halo is, but he.
Because he's struggle busing for food.
That's true.
He's doing
sugar grilled cheese sandwiches.
Sugar grilled cheese sandwiches and orange juice and ice cream. That's his favorite meal. Of course, I would expect if you have an orange juice and ice cream, I'm pretty sure that you don't know what Master Chief is. You don't have time to. You're starving.
I'm saying
can I be honest with you? All I can think about is I'm like 50% ready to run out to the store and make that sandwich.
What?
The sugar grilled cheese you talked about?
Yeah. That I made, yeah.
It's just like it's like I can't my brain can't process how that's
gonna taste. Mine can't either.
But I want to try it.
Because it's so contrasting. The savoriness and the
sweetness. An official Blrd podcast recipe.
Yeah.
It's the official sandwich of the Blrd podcast right now.
Yes, I used to.
Ingredients needed: bread, cheese, sugar, microwave.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, I was a kid that could not use the oven. So I mean, I'm the same kid that used to make eggs in the microwave.
Dude, I'm with you. I was a latchkey kid too. I would have to like make my own meals too, like my.
Yeah.
So
I used to
I tried to make salsa with ketchup one time.
Yeah, I'm the kid that went to school. I think I told this story before. I went to school absolutely hammered, like in the 4th grade, because I I was eating cheese and drinking wine as a kid. Went to school absolutely hammered. And I struggle bus food all the time. I had to feed myself. My parents went to school. They went home. They went to work early. So I would struggle bus eat whatever I had in the house. And, I was an abnormal kid growing up. I had a couple brain cells missing. So I'm like, hey, I ain't got juice. Well, here's some wine. And I drank some wine. And
it's grape juice.
Yeah, it's grape juice. And I paid the dear price for it. But I used to struggle bus food all the time.
By being cool.
Yeah, I was the coolest kid. Like,
hell yeah.
Thought I was Joe Camel with the cigarette. Like, hey, kids, be like me, You
were like a little kid with a brown paper bag. You were drinking from it.
Like, no, you kid must have some candy. I got a straight Colt 45 in there, like having a good old time. But Halo. I just find that weird that you think people know Master Chief from Fortnite. Like,
he might be right.
Some people do
if they're children.
Yeah, that's what
that's why I caveated.
I don't have a lot of faith in this younger generation.
That's why I say younger than 12.
It's possible. I don't know enough about this upcoming.
But we're also talking about like Ed's dating
generation,
pool, so that's why most of the people tell him.
Or his friends.
Master Chief from Fortnite is.
Or his friends outside of this group. Yeah, which has been highly dubious at best.
Yeah, what Cascade says, Ed takes our like Golden Corral. All you can eat is shit. I have to agree.
Wait, what?
Cascade going hard here.
Yeah, Cascade is
kind of a fan.
Yeah,
I don't disagree.
Yeah, we
Golden Corral, you can eat as much as you want, but it is.
I hate Golden Corral.
Shit food.
Yeah.
I've been there, but I hate it.
I just find it hard to believe that. Yeah, I totally disagree with that statement that people look at Master Chief as the Fortnite guy. I've actually never seen anybody refer to that Master Chief as that.
So yeah, neither have I.
That's crazy.
Did you guys watch the second episode?
I did
not.
So I watched the first one. I really liked it. Go figure. Really, really liked it. And then this second one, again, I didn't finish watching it, but it truly is going the way of Boba Fett. The whole part that I watched, Master Chief had no helmet.
Oh, God.
He took off his armor. And about that point is when I fell asleep. Yeah.
Wait,
so
he took off all his armor at this point.
I think
all his armor.
I saw
he had like a undersuit or something.
Yeah.
But he had no helmet, no anything. It was just the actor.
If we've
Dark Side is speechless.
Is in the actual lore of Halo.
No.
Does he have a name?
No.
Does he have a name? John.
Yes.
Aside from John.
Or 117.
Yeah, Sierra 117. Yeah. But does he have a last name?
Obviously, you're a noob. You haven't read the books. Like you just play.
I have not read the books.
Like, so you don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro.
Just like the guys who made this TV show.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna predict is we will learn that his name is like, John
Smith.
John Stewart.
Yeah, John something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then the full fuck you will be complete. Like no armor, no helmet. His name is Joe Smith. Like he's 36. He likes wife and kids. You're just watching like them taking everything.
Dude, I went in to get a root canal, came out with some armor, and I was the Master Chief. I don't know what happened. I really have wife and kids at home.
He quits his job. He's just working at the post office. I'm like, what the fuck is this show?
Yeah, it's just going How I Met Your Mother or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll say this since you guys haven't seen episode 2, or I think his Green Tuner seen half of episode 2. Episode 1.
Does anyone here care if Ed ruins it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Episode 1 is better than episode 2. Episode 2 is just very slow, and it's basically copy and paste Boba Fett. No helmet, no armor, walking around this rundown town or area, just like Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's like a mining colony or some weird pirate haven or something like that.
Yeah, and he's with a kid.
The same girl,
just like
the girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's.
How do you feel about so many female leads then?
Hey, it's cool.
Okay.
As long as there's no whatever.
He's seething.
It's cool. I'm seething.
As long as there's whatever.
If they pull
whatever the fuck that means,
Master Chief or whatever, then they're like, okay, whatever.
Master Chiefess.
Sure, yeah, call it that. Yeah,
They
they
do
go that
have
route.
two
No, they
female
do.
Spartans.
No, they do. But I'm saying new
Uh,
Master Chief. Yes, or
okay.
whatever.
Do the air quotes again.
Why?
No, just do the air quotes.
Why?
Yeah, like why do you create a V? That's some huge ass air quotes. Is that?
Yeah,
Well, I
that is
have
weird.
huge fingers.
Yeah. No, Ed. No, I didn't know like the how far you were spreading your fingers out was like how much of disdain you have for this Halo series so far.
This is ultimate disdain. This is mid disdain.
Mid disdain. Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean,
I've never seen someone do air quotes like that.
Well, like this?
Yeah, like this.
they're like prongs.
Yeah.
Usually you just do this.
Oh yeah, you do spread them far out.
Yeah, he's like
you
fucking
just go like this.
Oh, I got long fingers.
fuck, it's like you're trying really hard to.
That's not.
It takes a lot of energy to do this.
Not really.
Not sure, but no, I mean, I'm willing to. Of course, I'm gonna watch the entire Halo series. I just,
So
totally
am I.
forgot about it.
So
Totally
am I.
forgot about it.
I'll watch the whole thing, but yeah, it's heading down the Boba Fett where there's no mystery really. So
No
whatever.
At Underground, let me ask you this:
Yes.
what Microsoft series would you want to see made into a television show?
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct.
Fuck. All right, not Killer Instinct.
No, you like that. That's the answer.
All right, let me ask you again. What series outside of Killer Instinct
That's the answer.
would you? So wait, no. Outside of Killers, we know you're a fan. I don't want
Fable.
Doom.
That's not a Microsoft.
It is now.
It is now.
No. You know what I mean? Microsoft Studios.
Would Fable be considered one, even though
No,
it's Lionsgate or Lionhead or whatever?
Does or does not Microsoft own
id? Isn't it id Software?
Doom.
It's software.
It owns it, but it's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Microsoft's original creations.
Franchise.
Oh,
Yeah. What of their original creations do you think would make a good
Viva
television
Pinata.
show? Yeah, I mean, like Viva Pinata is an option.
Hey,
Perfect
you
Dark.
go-
Sure.
You think
Pixar.
Crackdown or Gears of War?
Gears I
Gears
can
of
actually see, but
War.
I can't see it on Paramount. It's
I
gotta
think
be
Gears
on
of War
HBO
would be
Max.
extremely boring. I don't know why. I feel like they would just fuck that up too.
After seeing this Halo, I wouldn't mind a Gears of War. It seemed like this. Yeah. It seemed
The
like this
action
was
scenes
more.
are good in Halo.
I feel like Gears of War is even more boring than Halo. I like Gears of War is fun to play, but like the world of Gears of War is so depressing and dull. Halo is a little more just fun to look at. I feel.
Microsoft
fun,
Word the
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, Microsoft Word the movie and bring up the clipboard. The little clip.
Clippy, the story of
That'd be
Clippy.
awesome.
Clippy, yeah.
I want to say clip art, but yeah, the Clippy guy. That would be interesting. But hey, you know what the
That'd be
thing
good.
is? You guys were talking about Viva Pinata.
Pinata.
whatever.
Yada.
I mean, Pixar movie. You can easily do it in that style of Pixar. Like,
Yeah, you could do. Yeah,
like look at. I mean, to be
Yeah.
honest, let's look at Overwatch. Right, Overwatch when they do their cinematics, they are
yeah.
really
Overwatch
good.
is really good.
They have
Yeah.
really good cinematics, and
Blizzard always has good cinematics.
oh yeah, Blizzard.
Blizzard,
The
yeah.
cinematics for StarCraft 2 were insane.
They were insane.
Mhm.
They were so good, yeah.
And then I'm thinking of like a certain scene with you saw the Zerg with StarCraft where they did
When they
CGI.
invade the city.
The city,
When
yes,
the queen comes down with and the giant bugs and everything.
Yeah, that was-
and you see all the Zerglings, yeah.
yeah, absolutely to annihilate the city. But yeah, no. As far as Microsoft's concerned, I still count Doom. I know, and Dark Side. I know what you're talking about. Like ultimately, the like a Microsoft franchise.
I mean, there's
But-
been 2 Doom movies.
Fable,
right?
I would
There
say
have been
Fable would
two
make a good show.
Fable.
Well,
would be
Fable is
could
the
make
one
a
that
good
I
show.
pitched because it's so rich in lore,
Yeah.
yeah.
which would be cool.
I think there's stuff there.
Maybe they could do something like a Black Mirror where it's like choose your own adventure type situation. That's what
In Fable?
and Fable, because like
That would be cool.
Fable is all about you setting your own path and whether you want to be good or evil and so forth. So that'd be kind of a cool
Oh,
thing to do.
yeah.
Like I said, Black Mirror did that choose your own adventure situation. So
There's also a Batman animated movie, right? Death in the Family. I think you can get that
Yes.
as choose your own adventure. I've
Yeah.
never
oh, it's about
watched
choose
it.
your own adventure. Oh yeah,
I never watched
Yeah.
it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's on Netflix. I think.
No, it's on HBO.
I would think
HBO.
that it'd be on
Yes.
HBO before it's on Netflix.
Yeah, all the Batman animated movies are on
yeah,
HBO.
yeah, but
Um,
I think it's Death in the Family, and they remade it into a choose your own adventure, and they say it's pretty good. And I haven't watched
Oh,
it.
I didn't know that.
interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Something
Oh.
worth. We should do
So-
that for Black.
Like
What?
History Month. Yes.
Batman History Month. I hate you guys. Batman
Dark
History
side.
Month. Yeah.
That's it. You've broken them.
You broke it.
No.
Yeah,
Close up, break, bloated. And then I forgot what it is.
Much like Bane.
Yeah. Ed, you're about to say something?
Oh, my major problem with this Halo TV series, it doesn't feel like I'm watching Halo. It feels like I'm watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
I thought the production quality was good.
I mean, yeah.
The production quality
is
good.
it production quality holds through to the second episode?
From what I saw,
the
yes.
Prophets?
Sets and effects.
Yeah, you can tell they spent some money because they even have like a little monorail thing that they built for the show. And it's an actual monorail model that they built where people can step inside and ride it.
Yeah.
And I know it's like a minor thing, but in order to make something like that, it costs a lot of money instead of just having like a CG, set.
Monorail.
So I'm pretty sure that monorail.
But the Prophets, they look like it's been spent money on. I don't know if they're CG or they're animatronics.
They look CG.
Okay, yeah. But the other one of the other characters that was talking to the Prophets, he looked pretty bad. Did he get to that part?
Oh, the Elite?
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, it didn't look the best. But
Yeah, so it's confusing. Like I see parts where it's like, okay, I see where the money's going, and then I see other parts, just like in episode 1.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think it could be better?
Oh yes.
Well,
Do you think it could be better?
Everything can be
Or
better.
you think that you're just looking at a fucking CG alien? We're just being picky.
Well, no,
Like,
I'm not
I mean,
even just talking about
I
the
think we're
aliens,
being
if
too
it could be
picky.
better.
Yeah,
honestly
can
think
it
we're
be?
being
Can
too
it be
picky.
realistically? Can it be better, or is it just?
Yeah. After
you know.
seeing the 3 prophets, yeah, it can be. They look great.
yeah,
the
but
point where-
if you're making a full series,
I want to
sometimes
think.
it's
I
not
want to
gonna
say those prophets
be
have to be
all-
animatronics.
They could be.
It could be
They
both.
could be animatronics with CG overlay.
Yeah, which would be cool.
It could be both.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
deepfake or something like that. But overall, I think it could be better. I'm giving it a shot, but from what I'm seeing right now, it just does not feel like Halo. And I think the big part of that is because of the music. I mean, we all know the Halo music is iconic. I know the licensing, all that stuff.
Yeah, they got into an argument or a legal battle with the
Yeah.
composer, so they can't
Right,
use it.
But I'm gonna say this here, and this could be, I don't know, you could not like it or whatever. I
Oh
would
my
say
God.
if you're gonna make a Halo series or any kind of other like video game or comic related series,
Mhm.
if you don't have the music for it or the feel for it, I would say don't even make it. I don't know.
Damn. Yeah, possibly. That's I mean, that sounds like let me ask you this. I have not watched it and I'm probably never gonna watch it. The Sonic movie, does it have all the
Oh.
music?
It has various, yes. Yes.
All
it
the
does.
music is in it?
Well, I haven't seen the
Not
second
from
one
the
yet.
games.
But they have lots of like bits from the Sonic.
They make
Games.
Yeah, but like
references.
Halo does too, like has bits of the songs,
Yeah.
but
So
does
it's
it
the same
does it
complaint
have
that
what you
that
want
it's
from
doing.
Halo? Does Sonic do what Halo doesn't? Is what I'm asking.
Sonic
I would
does
the
say,
music,
have the
in terms of the
classic
music.
Sonic music playing
I
as
would-
the main theme.
It does.
No, it does not.
Well, there's many Sonic themes. I mean,
Well, you know the one we all think
No,
of.
we're all thinking of one
Yeah,
right now.
the main thing.
Not the
Green
extended
Hill Zone.
whatever.
I can't recall, but
Yeah.
I do believe there were like music or remixes of the music in the game, in the movie. Even in the trailer, there's the second one. There is a the
Like,
guy.
is it predominantly featured in the film?
It's in
No,
there. I
it's
think it's
not.
in there.
No, it's
But
not.
even in the
It's in there,
Sonic
but
2
it's not
trailer,
predominantly. So basically, the complaint that it's making about Halo,
Halo.
you could
is-
apply it to Sonic.
That's what
yeah.
I was trying to get at.
Yeah, no, for sure you can apply that to Sonic. It's just,
But you think the difference?
I like the Sonic movies, but you know,
But I think the difference is with Halo is Halo, the orchestral soundtrack of Halo lends itself to
it's godlike.
it's very good and it lends itself very easily to a like film or television show production with
Yeah.
very little effort. But with Sonic, I guess, you'd have to like cut that video game music into a film score. So I mean, there is some work to be done there. With Halo, like there's practically no work needed. You know what I mean? And it's just odd. It's very odd that like, what? Why am I like? It's such a great
legal
soundtrack.
issues. Legal
issues. But that sucks. Spend the money.
Yeah,
do it right.
I would say that.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. Damn it, gripe.
I'm with you. I think it would have made it better for sure. But
it's a big deal. Halo, the music in Halo is a big deal, and it cannot be understated. Master Chief keeping his helmet on is a big deal. It cannot be understated.
Oh, that's still
like there's certain things you wouldn't think that are important, and they are.
9 feet tall and pale.
Yeah,
it's also something. Yeah, I mean, instead of just being a tall human,
all bearded up and everything like that.
Well, I mean, they can give some liberties. Like, they don't have to have Master Chief be 9 feet tall. 14-inch long.
But
I mean, like
that schlong size is canon.
So it is canon.
Yeah, the schlong size is canon.
Yeah, he did kill. I heard he did kill an elite and a grunt one time, but he didn't have the energy sword, so he pulled out.
That's a hammer. It's just
slapped him across the face.
Yeah. But I mean, I think there's a lot of liberties that the series can take. I think when we talked about this before, this series has suffered from just being delayed for too long. The hype, I think we said if this had came out during the hype of Halo 3 or Halo 4,
it would have been humongous.
Yeah, it would be humongous.
It would have brought in ratings like you wouldn't believe if they had actually done it back then.
I think that we just gone through a burnout. We've had, I mean,
it's like releasing a Twisted Metal movie or a TV show.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's way past its point.
So that would be first in line to watch a Twisted Metal movie.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'll be the first in line. They have pitched a Twisted Metal series.
Yeah,
I think they currently are trying to pitch a Twisted Metal series.
No, I know that's what I'm saying, but they're pitching movies about everything, anything.
Why is it?
I'm pretty sure it's a Spyro
They got me
movie
pissed
being
off.
pitched.
Why?
Why isn't Sony rebooting Twisted Metal?
They are.
The market is not there.
The game?
Yeah, they have been. They tried to. I know several times they did have a Twisted Metal remake that they wanted to put out, but it just never got traction.
That franchise needs to come back, like fun Demolition Derby.
Yeah, but we're talking about a game for us, not the major consumer base, which are younger.
I think you could get with multiplayer. Think about it. Battle royales, multiplayer. There's a lot of opportunity for.
It has to be done. It has to be done right now. I mean,
they would have to change. They would have to change it to make it more friendly for online.
Well, like Bandito Max said, make a Twisted Metal VR. Hey, it's something for
VR.
us.
I could totally see that working.
Yeah, that could absolutely work. And I think that would be a really cool thing because
patent pending.
Yeah, I mean, we did Twisted Metal as kids.
It's our idea. We said
it's our idea. It's our idea, Sony. Pay up.
Yeah, it used to be 1v4, 1v3.
I don't think they're doing it because it's not profitable right now. Like there's no other games.
Bullshit.
It's not what
right now profitable.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
you said profitable at first.
All right,
so first said profitable.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I call bullshit on that. I think it would be profitable, but the thing is that I mean, look how bad we are when it comes to nostalgia, right? Like we absolutely destroy anything that came out in the past, especially when it's something that's near and dear to our hearts. So if they were going to come out with a Twisted Metal, I think it would be profitable. But
it would be profitable.
But the problem is that
that's what we
would be
think.
profitable would be profitable long term.
We're talking about.
Well, I think about
like the Halo release and how quickly it's dropping.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: battle royales are profitable, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rocket League is profitable, right?
Yeah.
Long lasting.
Yes.
There is something to be had from this combination of things. It just has to be done right.
Yeah. And
it's fun. It's easy. It's like there's a lot of drop.
It would have to be honest, free to play.
Sony, call us.
To be free to play.
God damn it!
It would have to be free to play.
Yeah, we're giving. Guys, we're giving away all. We're giving away all the songs right now. Right now we're giving Sony multi-million-dollar deals for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's feasible. It has to be done right, and I think just like Green Turn, I think you nailed it perfectly. We saw what happened with Halo Infinite, and people are already getting mad at 343 because they're like, it's boring. Halo is getting pretty boring because there's no new maps, and even 343 came out and said like we understand you guys are getting bored, you guys are getting frustrated because Halo's been out for X amount of months and you've gotten nothing new, like maps wise or anything of the sort. So it's
What was the release plan with Halo Infinite? Wasn't it like a endless like
Battle
Destiny?
passes, right?
It's going to be
not just like multiplayer. Yeah, but wasn't it designed to expand the story too? Like the single,
point,
Destiny, like the single player story
campaign. I think it's supposed to expand a campaign as well.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they need to get on that because it's like
I thought they did.
The campaign's fixed. Yeah. It's the multiplayer that's need to be worked on.
Yeah, I think
and updated.
The one thing they said they wanted more maps. They said the map selection is pretty shit on Halo Infinite, which this is kind of the situation when the fans been wanting Halo. I mean, ever since it was announced 2 years ago or so, or a year. So I mean, the fans want what they want.
And I gotta get that release schedule.
I think that I don't think a lot of times I feel like a lot of fans are just bitching just to bitch, but I think they're justified in this situation where Halo, you have a whole bunch of old maps that you can always refer back to. Like Blood Gulch, having the old school Blood Gulch come back, certain stuff like that, just giving people what they want, you can just profit. And well, they're not going to profit, but they're going to entice or bring back more people or keep your current.
But again, this goes back to the conversation we had when Halo Infinite came out, or the first trailer came out for it, where how can they screw this up? You know what I mean? How are they not understanding that? I mean, maybe now it's not the case anymore, that Halo was the flagship franchise for Microsoft. You know what I mean?
Right.
You get that right. When you get out the gate, that game is 100%. If it's a games for service, then you got to make sure that you have a steady, a release schedule, a calendar for people to know. I think Destiny does a good job of having
a roadmap.
Putting out. Yeah, a roadmap. That's the word I was looking for. They have a clean road. Even Nintendo, after someone like Zelda came out, they had like a roadmap of like DLC releases. Remember when Breath of the Wild came out?
Smash.
They
did.
Smash.
They did.
Nintendo does a decent job of like DLC roadmap where they tell you, this is all the stuff that's going to come out.
Yeah.
Like Halo has not, unless I missed something, that roadmap of DLC. They never even put it out there.
But the campaign itself is done. The campaign itself has already been polished and all that stuff. It's the multiplayer that's been the focus of trying to update, do DLCs and stuff like that. That's the problem, because campaign's done.
I think I think
you got to get players to play it again.
I think it is one and a half. One way, half the other. Where people were complaining about the campaign, right? People were like, "Hey, we want the campaign." They got the campaign. And then now people are like, okay, we got it. Multiplayer. Like I feel for 343 because I mean the amount of stress that you have to be under for this is the one flagship game. They have Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is an excellent, it's almost a near perfect game from people that have played. I used to play Flight Simulator back in the day, but people say that's pretty much a 10 out of 10 perfect game.
It's a good game.
Forza. That is their flagship racing game. They did an excellent job in releasing that. I haven't kept up with Forza after the release, but at least for the initial push and the, I guess, immediate aftermath of that, they did a really good job of keeping that player base happy and, keeping the DLC free, because I think Forza, I think there's nothing you pay for after the initial. No,
free.
You have Game Pass.
I don't think I've seen.
Yeah,
Game Pass.
Everything's free. You get everything practically free. So, with Halo, I think I just feel bad for 343 because they're under that pressure of this is the flagship shooter game that they have, and the fans aren't. I don't know whose decision was to push Halo as soon as they did, because we know Halo when it first came out wasn't finished; it was still under beta, and it's just like they're always going to be reaching against the deadline of attrition of players leaving versus putting content out. So
I mean, we know whose decision it was. The same people screw it up every time.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not 343's fault. They I'm sure, like every game publisher, they want to deliver a great game. But the thing is that, just like that trailer, I'm telling you, everything comes back to how this. There's no way 343 sat in that like boardroom and said, that's the perfect representation of our game or whatever it was. I'm sure that was like Microsoft was like, look, we need that freaking trailer for the E3 presentation.
You can say the same thing with the success of Forza. Forza is, I think, it got a 10 out of 10. It's a
10 out of 10.
Yeah, good racing game.
Yeah, but the pressure on the Forza team is nowhere near the pressure on the 343 team.
That's a racing game.
No,
that's a
but
racing game.
But still,
but Halo
come on.
is much
Halo's
more
Halo.
Yeah,
bigger.
They made a
IP
Halo
or
bigger
franchise.
deal.
Yeah, they made a Halo TV series and Halo movie. I've never heard anybody say, "Man, I can't wait for that Forza movie coming out." I mean, that's
not
just
yet.
Master Chief is in other games. There's toys. There's books. There's
he's the flagship. We talked
Halo
about
is
reason
for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, so Cascade put out a comment saying that Destiny has always came out unfinished. While I agree with that to an extent, but the difference is, I think, is that they're two different games. Halo is campaign and multiplayer, and that's just what it is. While Destiny is an RPG shooter. So it has a lot more RPG elements where you have to fine tune stuff. I mean, this is anything like if you play WoW, like a good example, like you play any type of MMORPG, you're going to come out with the initial release. It's going to be undertuned or overtuned, and they have to adjust it as so. I feel the same thing. And the difference, I'm going to say the difference, but kind of the same thing with like WoW. Like if you adjust a certain class, you have to adjust it for PvP and for PvE. So I give Destiny a little bit more of a pass on it, not what you would say unfinished, is that it takes a lot more for it to be tuned. While you have Halo, it's multiplayer. Like you're not taking that into a raid. You're not taking that fighting bosses and so forth in multiplayer settings. You're in PvE. You're just having PvP and that's it. It's a 4v4, 8v8, whatever, 32, 64 by 64, whatever it's going to be. You're going against player. So once you fine tune it, you're just doing it really for one game mode, and both modes are separate. So I would say, it's a little bit different in between the two, but I get what you're saying. I agree.
I thought there's also the expectation that Bungie puts out there and on their product, there's an expectation of how Destiny is delivered and what the product is. And I think everyone's become like they're comfortable with how Destiny's DLCs are delivered and how that rolls out, and they've been clear to communicate that. And that expectation, I think, is, I'm sure the Destiny community will complain when something's not up to standard. You know what? I'm sure they will. But I'm saying is, at this point, I think everyone understands what that DLC is going to look like and how it's going to roll. You know what I mean? Finished, unfinished, we have an idea of how that game works. With Halo, like we just talked about, this campaign multiplayer. And then it's also not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be something different and new. We just don't know. And I think they got to establish that, like Destiny did way early on. Destiny.
So people are aware that it's.
Yeah. Part of Destiny's identity was that they made it very clear that, hey, this is not a ending game. This game will go on and on and on. Remember that initial roadmap Destiny put out? Remember how big that was? How long they were talking about?
They had
like 2-3 years out?
Yeah.
Yeah, they told you right out the gate here. And they had like ideas and they put images and like they were very ambitious. They still are ambitious. I think that's I don't know what they're trying to do at 343. I know they have a plan. They just need to.
Well, they kind of set the plan. I mean, the word Halo
put it out
Infinite, the word Infinite itself, it's supposed to be when the campaign is done, there's going to be more later. When the multiplayer that we all know now, there's going to be DLC later. They did announce that new maps are coming. I think it's May or June in season 2. But I mean, things are happening. Things have been announced.
Yeah. Well, Cascade says, everyone's been shitting on Destiny 1. Everyone was shitting on Destiny 1. Absolutely. Everybody,
I remember.
Everybody, that was a shit show in of itself. And, once again, I kind of
I love Destiny 1 though.
Destiny 1 was fun.
Played the shit out of that game.
Destiny 1 was fun. I definitely enjoyed Destiny 2 at launch. I liked both, so it is what it is. I haven't kept up with any of the DLCs, like the Taken King and all those other ones. But they were, I did have a lot of fun. And I forgive a lot of what Destiny Destiny tried to do. It's reminds me of like a Borderlands RPG type of game, and they did something that was fun and it worked. So I think when we talked about player base. Player base is always going to complain. That's just what it is. I've never met any player base in any game, especially games that are continuing ongoing games. Like hell, I've been playing League since year 3 of League of Legends coming out, and no matter what they do, people are shitting and complaining about stuff. And now, granted, a lot of their complaints are legit. Like Aatrox. Aatrox is the most one of the most abandoned champs in game, especially even after the rework, and people complain about it, and they're very valid in complaining about stuff. But I mean, and no matter what game that we're playing, it's always going to be complaining. People are always going to complain, and I think with Halo, I think people are justified in saying like, hey, we want to see the roadmap. Like, we're getting bored. Halo's been out for what, 3 months at this point, roughly. No, more than that now. What's this?
There's more.
Yeah, this is April, right? So yeah, it's been out for what, 5 months now, and they got nothing new. And back in the day,
no, they got some new things in there.
Well,
there's been some new not just cosmetic. There's been new guns added. Okay. I think there was a new map added too.
No, but I know what he's saying. There hasn't been a newsworthy thing added.
Nothing hasn't come out. And back
guns
in the day,
and cosmetics and maps, that should just be weekly like additions.
Push outs.
Yeah.
Like, they have a lot of maps they can go back to that they can reuse. And I know for myself, like I said, I talked about Blood Gulch. If Blood Gulch came out, okay, I'll jump on it just to play it on that again, have some fun with it and so forth. And that what brings back players. And back in the day, that was fine. You release a game and you don't hear shit about the game until a DLC comes out a year or two later. A good example of that would be,
Street Fighter.
Well, Street Fighter even has a roadmap now. They have a roadmap just kind of like what Smash does. I'm trying to think like maybe possibly. I'm trying to think of Call of Duty. Maybe something in Call of Duty, maybe old Modern Warfare. Not even Modern Warfare, I don't think.
No, Call of Duty is pretty good on updating their stuff.
Well, a good example of it not working like that was Battlefield back in the day. Cascade had brought that up. I used to play the hell out of Battlefield 3, and the game was just the game. Like, there updates past that, you really didn't get shit after that. So it's just one of those things, like, we're now at a point in time where people want to see updates. People want to see roadmaps. They want to see what's coming out. And with Halo, and the thing is that Halo's, free, so people can play it. So you have a player base that you're not gating behind anything other than Game Pass. So, I mean, you got to give the people something to keep them entertained. And right now they're failing. So
6 months in, that's like half the year. You should have the next draw ready, so trailer, something to pull fans back in. And then 6 months down the road, by next holiday, there should be another event. Like, people should be, this is the lure for Game Pass. You know what I mean?
Like
the continuous, just like Fortnite. Yeah. Fortnite does it really well.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
And I keep hearing about it, and I have no idea. I never play it. I keep hearing about and I don't want like Drake to perform in Halo Infinite on some stage. I'm just saying that I think they need to have definite tent poles to keep it alive.
Yeah, because Fortnite, look at it. I used to clown you all the time about the fact that you play Fortnite without building. Now they're having a no building mode, and Fortnite,
I love that mode.
They've put out so many pop culture crossovers. Absolutely crazy the amount of stuff they put out. They put out Marvel series, John Wick, the guy from Halo, all these things they've been putting out, and they just have a decent roadmap in keeping people entertained. And as much as I, loathe Fortnite ever since I stopped playing around 2018, Fortnite is always in the news with new content coming out. And now, while Fortnite is not as popular as it was back in the day of the hype with, when Ninja and Drake got on the stream, people still play it. I mean, you still hear kids spending their parents' money on V-Bucks. You still hear about the no build modes and so forth. These things are still out here in the news because Fortnite knows how to stay relevant by putting out content. Halo needs to get online. If it doesn't, it's gonna come to a point where Halo is just gonna be another. Not to say generic. It's just gonna be another shooter that Microsoft has and can pull in people. So kind of reminds me of like Gears. Like Gears is not what it used to be back in the day because it's just it doesn't pull people in. It's just become another boring shooter. So
it's for us. It's not for the kids.
Yeah, so, I'm not interested in it. So
yeah, I guess last comment that we probably kind of feel like we're gonna wrap up pretty soon. Bandito Max said there hasn't been any well, first Cascade says well, I'm gonna go back. Actually, I'm gonna read all of them. Bandito Max talks about Destiny community does nothing but complain, but it's doing as good as it's ever been. I agree. The community is very active, especially with Witch Queen coming out. I love the Destiny trailers. Witch Queen does look hype. It kind of makes me want to go back into it, but I won't. Cascade says he says he never complains. Isn't that right, Ed? Ed, can you speak on that? Does Cascade,
who never complains?
Cascade, does he ever complain?
Not at all.
Okay,
not one time.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah, wow. Ed's such a good friend. Bandito Max says there hasn't been any substantial updates on about Halo. Their battle pass and challenge system was atrocious, which is silly to complain about since that wasn't needed in previous Halos, but it's a feature modern games have to compete with, and Halo is going out sad. Yeah, I mean, this is a different era. Battle passes are a thing. Fortnite, I don't know if
Fortnite changed the game.
I don't know if Fortnite made it popular, but it made it a norm for sure. And
I think it made it popular. I mean, the
season structure definitely. Yeah, Fortnite.
I mean,
Fortnite
look back. They're the ones that made crossplay kind of possible.
Yeah. I know I played Dead by Daylight back pretty heavy back in the day, and the grind for battle pass or season passes or whatever was mind-bogglingly numb. It was ridiculous. I hated it. I did it, but that's something you just had to do. So that's what modern games are nowadays. Modern games are now battle passes and so forth. And it's just weird that Halo's in this position. But I would have never thought, honestly, if you would have said back in the Halo 3 days, this is what Halo would have turned out to be, especially the biggest culmination of Halo of talent, for this game. This is what it will turn out to be. I would not have believed you, but this is where we're at. So, all right.
Get it underground.
Wait, have we got a rating for this or
rating for what?
Halo.
Nobody really watched it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're the only one who can give us a rating. It sounds like it was a hot mess.
Yeah.
How many helmets off would you give it?
Helmets off? Is that a good or bad?
You tell me.
Oh, it's bad for me.
Blurries. Let's keep it all uniform.
Blurries.
Yeah. I would give episode 2. So far as a whole, I'll give it a 5.
5 blurries.
That's average. That's not bad.
It should be more, but
can we normalize? I mean, yes, we want every episode to be 10 out of 10, but hey, average is. I want to normalize 5 not being a bad thing. 5 is average. That's not bad. It's average. Would
you spend money? Would you go to a movie theater?
Good job lowering the bar.
Would you go to a movie theater knowing it's a 5 out of 10 movie? Would you go to IMAX? Would you spend IMAX money?
You know what? Creepcast is the exact reason why America's not as great as it used to be. As not as great again. If you as some would say.
Trying to make something great because, again or something like that?
Well, we lowered the bar. Like 5 is good enough. Remember when we were kicking ass?
2024.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Would you go to see a premiere, an IMAX paid movie, knowing it's a 5 out of 10? Knowing
I have,
depending on the movie.
I have seen that movie.
Yeah, I have seen multiple 5 out of 10 movies.
Knowing beforehand.
Morbius is playing in IMAX. There's a good chance I'll see it in IMAX. Yeah. I'll let you know in a week.
But
you're thinking about it.
You're saying knowingly. I mean, that's the point. That's the thing, though. If I know it, then why do I need to see? That means that I've already reviewed it and I understand it. Like, why would I see a 5 out of 10.
I mean, like, why you want to see the Batman movie? I mean, that was was that a 9 out of 10? I'm not sure.
I forgot what I gave it. I probably gave it a 7 or 8.
I don't know.
But I mean, I saw, unfortunately, the review, the score before seeing the movie, and I paid for it and everything like that. But if it was like a 5 or whatever, I would second guess going to see it.
You would not see a Batman movie?
An IMAX? If it was like a 5? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was a 5,
he
no.
would have walked out because
I know he would have walked out.
Exactly.
Man, this guy's a fake fan.
Exactly.
My
I would
God.
walk out.
I want to
He
go
would've
on the
walked
record
out.
here.
Okay.
If I would absolutely see a Batman movie, even if I heard it's 5 out of 10.
In
Absolutely.
IMAX.
At the end of the in IMAX, because it's a Batman movie. All right. That's the difference.
You're a real fan.
Mhm.
That's why.
Real, this hat don't bleed.
Yeah.
What?
So for our audio listeners, Darkseid is
It's a
wearing
Batman.
hat. I mean,
Yep.
he is rocking it very,
Mhm.
very, very nicely. What's that? That's
Thank you.
definitely, man. What's that material made out of?
I don't know.
Maybe Batman fan material?
It's an advanced
From a
Kevlar.
bad cape.
Advanced Kevlar.
Advanced
Uh-huh.
Kevlar, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just gonna.
It's actually a real cool hat. It's that new era, so it's got like
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
It's Court
Oh,
of
shit.
Owls.
Oh, wait. What's has on the inside?
Court of Owls.
the Court of
Court of
Owls.
Owls? Oh, okay.
They release different hats based on different events. So this is the Court of Owls hat. There's like a Hush hat.
Oh, that is pretty badass. I'm not
The
gonna
new
lie.
era releases like cool hats like
I
that.
never thought New Era would have put out a hat like that. So that's
That's pretty
pretty cool.
nice. Well, I'll say this: the reason why I haven't seen Morbius yet is because I've already been told what the score was, and then thanks to IGN, scrolling down my Instagram feed, I see the scores. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna watch it in theaters because I do the legal thing at all times. Do the right thing. So
Do the right thing, kids.
yeah, do the right thing, everybody.
Mhm.
Ed over here with his bony finger. Wow, that's a very small thumb, by the way. Jeez, why
A
did it-
small thumb?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, put that bony thing down, dude.
This is a big thumb.
Yeah, that's malnourished thumb. Get that out of here, man. Nobody wants to see that.
Big thumb, big fingers, big hands.
Yeah, you definitely have
Only Bob.
yeah, those fingers, holy crap. But anyways,
Ed, take us out. Let's
yeah,
get
take
out of
us
here.
dude. Let's get out of here. Yeah. Anything for next week, guys? Are we gonna talk
Sonic.
about?
So no.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
take it.
seeing it.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Avatar at last. Yeah, we want. I want to get back to was it really that bad? Series.
Yeah.
True. True.
So maybe we'll
Yeah,
talk about some
let's do it.
Avatar. We're undecided, but either it's gonna be Morbius, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Jeez, Last Airbender or something else, but we'll figure something out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, anyway. All right.
All
take us
right,
out.
ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 43 of the Blur Podcast. You can find us on all major platforms, and you can talk with us live at twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast. Finish the fight.
All right, blur you later.
Blur you later.
Yeah. Blur you guys later.